The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arms. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present, come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
Get to move on. it's my show. I can start whenever I want. It dawned on me. I could just click the button and go. Hey, it's Friday. It certainly is Friday. Do we have all the cameras on? You know, I should have checked before I opened my big mouth, right? But first, hello. Hello. Welcome. I've waited all week to see you. Honestly, I looked for you on Monday. I looked for you on Tuesday. You weren't there. I looked for you on Wednesday. I looked for you on Thursday. You weren't there. I looked for you on Friday. There you are. There you are. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to the Christmas room. We are here. How do we bring everything up to date? Well, let's go over the specs first. What's the specs? How many cameras we got running in this place? We got the Sony A7S Mark III. We've got the Nikon. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in so long. There you are. I was wondering where you went. And then we've got the close-up for my beauty shot. Oh, my beauty shot. This is with the Sony A7C. What lens do I have in there? Golly gee whiz, Batman, I don't know. Maybe if I look in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, it'll give me a little hint. Well, all I see up there is 4 thumbs up. Thank you for the 4 thumbs up. Wrong screen. Let's move over one screen. Okay. A7C, and I've got the Siggy 50 millimeter 1.4 lens. And it's set, it says, at 1.4. And then just in case you wanted to shake my hand, here's my hand cam. Thumbs up. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. That's not the song I normally sing, is it? No, but I got a copyright bam for doing that. And then, I didn't check this guy. Oh, not too bad. This can't be the ZV-1. That looks too good. No offense to the ZV-1. Yep, it is. I just put my hand in front of it. Oh my God. That don't look to be bad for the A7, not A7, the ZV-1, the Sony ZV-1. I might just like that camera. Welcome everybody. It is so good to see you. I feel like I'm home. I'm back on my old computer. My old computer. It's the 2017, the Mac Mini. I had to go back. Yes, I can't go. There you are, because it's not there. Okay. So actually, I had to go back. So I shipped it back, and I'm supposed to buy the new one. The same thing, the Mac Mini, the M1 silicon. I know, there's a lot of young guys out there don't know how to say silicon. Older ones too, like Tim Cook. It's not silicon. Not silicon. There's an O in there. It's Silicon Valley. It's you do a con job on someone. Oops. Maybe that wasn't the right one to pick. Okay. You compromise. So it's not silicon. We just don't drop a letter. Oh, yes, we do. This is a new world. They can censor you. They can take you off, like I signed up with Parler, and then whoosh, Amazon took Parler away. So you know what? If you look in the description below, I took all the Amazon links out. I threw them away. They're over there on a pile on the floor. All the Amazon links are on a pile on the floor. Well, I can't get rid of YouTube and Google. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to come in and say, hello, how are you doing? But, you know, they are monitoring everything, and they might hear me talk and go like, PeterGregg, you're out of here, out of the pool. You know, everyone out of the pool. So that's my way of getting back. I got rid of all my Amazon links. You know, my big thing. And it's not political now. They're censoring YouTube. They're censoring me. They're censoring you. I don't care if you liked Timbuktu. It doesn't matter. They're censoring, and they're trying to hide behind, well, this happened here and that happened there. We didn't like this and we didn't like that. So we're just going to get rid of it. Oh, I can't reach across the screen to get rid. Okay, let's see which. I can go that hand. But to do this hand, this one goes back in. So, welcome. We got 4 thumbs up. We've got 10 people in here, and we're filling up the classroom. So let's see what you guys did all week. Oh, did I go through all the cameras? Yeah, I actually have it on automatic right now. and it's flipping through the cameras. I probably will get a little stuttering. Okay, we're at 55 degrees centigrade. If you're in here, I don't know if Randy's in here because Randy left town. Randy just left town. He took off and went bye-bye. He actually went to visit his mother for the Christmas holidays. He's got, I think, a few days or something off. So he jumped in the car and drove, and he's in Arizona right now. Normally he's in Texas because that's where his house, his dogs, his cats, that's where they are. And I spoke to Ordinary Filmmaker. Which camera am I on? Oh, I'm on the Nikon Z6. Okay, I can tell by looking up here. Not as smart as I look, am I? I'm on the Nikon Z6. Thank you everybody for the thumbs up. I see there's comments in, so let's get started on the comments. But Ordinary Filmmaker is not feeling so hot tonight. So he said he's going to try to come in, but he's not quite sure. So what's the other? There was one more bad news that I wanted to tell you, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, yeah, I'm so hot on this software, Ecamm Live, which is, and it's because, you know why? Because I can do this. I can put up your comment in the wrong size. Let's move this over. Let's make this bigger. I like to see who I'm talking to. Hi, ZB1. How you doing, buddy? You're doing a good job tonight. You're even making me look so I'm not so bad looking. That's the ZB1. Okay, so let me centerize Scott. I got a line that pops up. Boom, right there. It says centerized. Okay, so Scott says, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas doesn't stop. It goes on for the rest of this year. It's supposed to help you feel better, make you feel better. The Christmas tree is on, check. The little Christmas lamp is on, check. I've got the little smoker doper thing here, check. I got this for Christmas, which actually makes little sparklies, check. I got the wreath on, but oh yeah, you can see it in that. Okay, check. So, and I got the tree going round and round, check. And the green tree here. See the little green tree here in the corner? Okay, so I'm able to say, hello Scott, how are you doing? And then I can go to the next guy and say, Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis, how are you doing, buddy? How is my best and favorite Aiden in all of Florida? How's he doing? Of course, he's my top concern to see how Aiden is doing. Okay, so I can put this on and off, right? You guys know that. This isn't new news. This is my old, I've been saying this forever. But they raised the price. They raised the price on it, almost $400. And guess what? I'm not going to renew at $400. And it's not $400 one time. It's $400 every year. So in 10 years, I will have spent $4,000, okay, for the ability to put the comment on the bottom. So guess what? This comment is gonna leave like that. And then you'll have to look at the comments on the right, and I will say, like, Mr. Camera Junkie says, hi, PeterGregg Live. Mr. Camera Junkie says, hi, Scott Rogers. And Mr. Camera Junkie says, hi, everyone. And David Crooks says, hey, Peter and family. See, for right now, I can turn it on, and you guys can see. Okay, and I like that, but not at $400. And the other program that does it on the Windows side is $700, and they might have raised their price too. So this is going to go. I think my subscription is up in February. Okay, even if somebody gave me the money, like my brother or somebody says, here, I'll give you the $400. Keep your little stinking thing, you know. And I'm going to go, $400? Don't you think that's a little gay? Well, what do you mean gay? They're sticking their hand in my pocket. When a guy sticks his hand in my pocket, I don't know. I just think it's a little gay. And this time they're sticking in the back pocket. Ooh. So I don't really go in that way. I don't come against anybody that does. It's your choice. It's your apparatuses. It's your equipment. You put it and do what you want with it, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with me. Okay. So I don't think I want them to put their hands in my pocket for $400. It just seems out of line. So I'm not railing on them. They can actually, you know, it's a beautiful software. It does things that other software doesn't do. Okay, but in order to be able to have the 4K version, it's for almost $400. It's $385, $384, $389, $380 something. Okay, so it was, when I got it, it was like $230, $240. So they like almost doubled the price. That's a kick in the, yeah, there in the gut. So I'm lamenting that now. I'm kind of upset about that. So that now I think we've covered all the news. So the Mac Mini is gone. I didn't order the second one because I'm kind of pissed at Apple. But it might be good news because it looks like they're going to come with the M1 chip out. So we'll see what goes on with that. So it might have served me well for them to not behave properly. I don't care what company it is. They should not be censoring me because I get to come in here and say, I love you to all you guys. This, you're my family and gals. I'm not picking on the guys. Everybody, if you're human. Even if you're a dog. Or kitty cats too. It's kind of like a little bit of a love thing going on in here. In a guy kind of way. How about them Miami Dolphins? That's right. How about them guys? Can't play football worth crap, but how about them Dolphins? Okay, so who's running the show anyway? Oh, it's me. I better pay attention. Oh, how do I work all this stuff? I don't know. You put your left foot in, you take your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what we're all about. Okay, let's go. Let's get back on the track here. So we said hi to Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. We said hi to David Crooks. And let's just sing David a little song. Almost heaven, it's Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, old like David Crooks. Oh, I better not sing anymore. I got a copyright strike, guys. On the last show, they nailed me and they said no, no, no. Country roads, those that you drive in the daytime. Country roads and the ones that you drive at night. And I'm just messing up the song so it doesn't sound like a copyrighted song. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year in January. I have a question to ask you. Is it anyone's birthday this month? Because I do and can sing happy, happy birthday. If it's your birthday this month, put it up on the chat. Because I might forget. But Scott and Lewis and Bob and Woody are here to remind me it's your birthday. So if it's your birthday this month, just put that it's January 22, January 15, that would be today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my brother. Happy birthday to you. Woo. Had to switch to the tight underwear for that last one. Okay, so if it's your birthday, golly gee whiz, Batman. It gives me something to do. I can sing a song. So write down that it's your birthday. So that's David. David always makes me sing. I don't know what the heck it is with that guy. And here's Bob. Bob Asbury, how you doing? Merry Christmas, everybody. How are you doing, Bob? It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you here together. And Carol can come and sit with us too. I have to, that's where I get a little off tune when I try to change a song so that YouTube can't pick up the algorithm. See, there's like a thumbprint. So when I go, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, they've got computer systems already in place. There's no human beings doing this. And that puts down a digital thumbprint, and they match it. And if it matches something that's copyrighted, YouTube goes, bad boy, Peter. So what a lousy company. But we got nobody else. Oh, I did sign up with Rumble, and I put up 2 of my videos on Rumble, and it's called PeterGregg. So you can go to rumble.com. They try to be something like YouTube, but they work a little bit differently. What they do is you put your video up, and they just leave it there, and you tell people, go look, and you build your following. Oh, kind of sounds like YouTube, right? But they do something else. They ask you, and you can say yes or no. I always say yes. Can we control your video? Can we take over the rights to it? So I say yes. Now, they're not stealing it from me when I give them the rights, but they try, and I don't know how they do it. I'm sure it's computerized. I don't think somebody's sitting there at the controls, you know, like the Wizard of Oz, and doing that. They try to take and place that video, one of mine that's up there now. Okay, I got 2 of them up there now. And they try to place it other places besides Rumble. And the reason that they do that is they want to split 60-40 the proceeds that they can get from that video. So it's probably still confusing to you because it's a little bit confusing. But let's say I had a video of me showing you the camera, okay, and I oops, I dropped it. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Okay, so I take that little piece of clip out, or they do, and they try to sell that clip. It could be to a news agency like Newsmax, or what other thing, or it could be to Home and Garden TV. They just try to sell it to some place where it'll make money. And they keep 40% of the money, and I get 60% of the money. And that's besides whatever happens normally, okay? So that's where they differ with YouTube. They try to identify videos that could be sold to other people anywhere. And it's like if I walked and I tripped and it was something to do with sneakers and I flew around back here, okay, they would try to take that out and sell it to Nike. And they go, here, Peter, 60%. And I'll go like, oh, well, thank you very much. What exactly did you sell? Okay, so that's how Rumble works. YouTube works differently. YouTube is a part of Google, and Google's main activity is advertisement. Google is all about what makes the gears flow at Google and YouTube, because YouTube is a Google company, is advertisement. So it's all about advertisement. But now they've gotten into censoring. Okay? So it doesn't matter which side you're on politically. It pisses me off. Okay? I'm in America, and I am not wanting to be censored. I'm not trying to be a bad boy. I mean, I don't cuss and all that kind of stuff here. Okay? But they've already decided what I can and can't do, where I can and can't go. So there's some things that you look up on Google to find it, you won't find it. They have stopped serving something that they feel it doesn't go along with their thinking. Okay, now I know we're going with conservative and liberal tracks here, but take it a little bit step up from there. Okay, don't keep yourself tied into a liberal conservative mindset. Think in terms of whoever the powers that be are going to be able to say or what they're going to show you or allow you to see. Okay, so if I want to look up how to make rice pudding and somebody's offended Google. I'm making up stories now, okay? I'll never see their website or their company or anything to that effect. All right? So that is something that has crossed the line for me personally. Now, for you, you might go, yeah, well, you know, you guys or those guys or these guys or whoever it is, they deserve that. All right? Well, that's your choice to think like that, but I don't think like that. Okay, because as a Christian guy, I could see where they're going to go like, oh, you're a Christian? Christians think like this. Now they've determined how I think. Okay, I just said I'm a Christian, but already they have assigned how I think. Okay, and because I said I'm a Christian, they could take it to that type of a level. All right, so it's actually branding in reverse. We're branding by skin color, we're branding by thought patterns, and people are getting branded. And these are companies that are doing it. So I don't like that. All right, so why did I say all this? Because I'm thinking, okay, how can I hurt them? I can get all mad, stomp my feet, I can take all my Amazon links out of the bottom, and you think they give a crap? I don't think they even give, they don't even know my name. They don't know I exist until I do something wrong in their eyes, okay? Then they got computer systems sitting in place, waiting to, do their punishment on me. So I'm thinking, okay, here's where I get in trouble, everybody. Who's got my back? Because I'm going to step in it right now, okay? You should be laughing. It doesn't matter if you're conservative or a liberal, because you know I'm going to step in it and it's going to stink. So I'm thinking, how do you hurt and show a company that don't mess with me, okay? And I think I figured it out, because I have my own set of rules also. I don't want to hurt anybody else, okay? I'm not looking to do damage. I'm not looking to, be violent. I'm looking to send a message. And I'm also looking to do it legally, not break the law, where I might have lawsuits and lawyers, So there would have to be a leader of some kind, somewhere, okay? And that leader would pick a day, okay? So let's say it's tomorrow. And then tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to mess up the Google algorithm, okay? And we're going to do that because they track me when I go. Like I had to go look up something about fixing the air conditioner. And now guess what? Every website I go to, there's advertisements on it from Google on fixing the air conditioner. So they're watching where I go and what I do. If I look up purple socks, I don't know if they're going to get, if there is such a thing as purple socks, but I will start getting served all kinds of advertisements on purple socks. So we need to have a day where it becomes, Fool Google Day. And all day long, no rapid fire, nothing illegal, just whenever you think about it, we all just start searching every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes for something screwy, okay? And it's everybody's, it's their own choice. I'm not even going to pick it. Like I could start searching for how can I tell if watermelon is ripe, okay? And I just search for that, and then 10 minutes later I search, how can I tell if cantaloupe is ripe? And then I search for what's the best way to buy tomatoes? I'm making this up as I go, okay? And then what will happen is, if a lot of people do that on a particular day, the Google algorithm that goes, I'm going to watch what David Crooks is doing. I'm going to watch what Mr. Camera Junkie is doing. I'm going to watch what PeterGregg is doing, and I'm going to serve them advertisements. Well, if we search for all kind of weird stuff all day on that particular day, their computers are going to go, what is wrong with PeterGregg? He's looking for green socks, and then he's looking for blue t-shirts, and then he's looking for purple underwear. No, I do not wear purple underwear, okay? And everybody in the country does that for a whole day, and then we go back to normal. And Google's going to go, ooh, how do we stop that? Oh, maybe we can censor purple socks or green underwear or watermelons, or what do we censor? Oh my God, our algorithm is going out of control. All right, that's my rant. It's fun. I have to have fun, okay? I'm not going to get angry and go picketing and all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm constantly thinking, I don't want them to be censoring. This is not approved by me, okay? Might be approved in your house, but it's not approved over here. Approved. So this way, we go to the heart of their money. And then they'll go, ooh, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, you should have thought of that at the beginning. Let the people think what they want. Okay, look, Mr. Camera Junkie, he wants to do his show on Saturday nights at 11:55, and you know it's his right to do it. And I don't want them to decide Mr. Camera Junkie can't go on at 11:55 Saturday nights. Okay? So I'm trying to keep this light and funny, but it annoyed me enough where I'm thinking, like, how do I disrupt them? Okay, well, I could make a program if I wanted to and sell it, and the purpose of the program is just to go haphazardly searching for things all day long, but there's got to be something illegal about that, okay? And even if it wasn't, that's not my style. That's destructive. I don't want to be destructive. I want to be disruptive. T-I-V-E. Okay, I want to upset what they're doing because they upset what I'm doing. Okay, did I do pretty good on that rant? Okay, so I think I did get back all the way down to Bob Asbury. Hi, Bob. Did I mess up your thinking tonight? Where am I? I'm on the little ZV1. Hi, ZV1. How are you doing? How is this computer doing? I didn't even check. Oh, I do see stuttering, but that's just this computer gets overwhelmed. My temperature's still good at 61 degrees, and I have turned off all. Did you see my video? I learned how to do this. This is what I did in my last video on the big channel. Is I made a video and I don't want to update the audio system. All right, so now you're seeing everything that I see. On the right side of the screen, you can see the chat. On the upper left, you can see me. Hi. Hi, everybody. All right. And then underneath is my 3 control panels. The first one is the overlays, where I can turn on different kinds of things, like that phone number that we did the phone show. And this one here, we did the, in the middle panel is all the sounds, which is, yeah, that's for you guys. That's for being here. All right, and then over here in the right panel is the scenes. So I have it set now to automatically change the cameras for me. It makes it look like I've got cameramen. I've got 5 cameras. I've got 5 cameramen. I got a sound man. I don't have any of that. I'm fake news, okay? So, and then I got the little timer up on the top of the camera, on the upper right of the screen, the main screen, so that I can kind of tell how much time I have on that camera. Otherwise, I won't know what the heck is going on, and for all night long, I'll be going like, what camera do I look at? What camera do I look at? Please, somebody tell me, what camera do I look at? Okay, so that's what's going on here. Now, the way I made this better is I've got all these cameras, right? There's 5 cameras going here. And Ecamm Live and OBS, all of them, they monitor those cameras, in effect processing each camera all the time. So this is clobbering the processor on this computer like a 2x4, slapping it, back and forth. And on top of that, it's got all my bandwidth of the USB and the Thunderbolt all chomping at the same time, okay? So what you can do with Ecamm, which I'm getting rid of, unfortunately, sadly, is in the switcher, I have all these cameras switched off, meaning they only come to life when I actually use them. So I have actually reduced the level of or demand on the processor down to just 1 camera at a time, and that would be the one that we're watching. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this back room off, And we'll come back up here. Now you're seeing me full screen. So now it's a lot better than it used to be, but this computer, the processor, still can't quite keep up. But I would deal with that because honestly, after a while, I don't pay attention to the stutters. And sometimes it gets into, like right now, where it's not stuttering at all. So it's not too bad, all right? And I do have a little bit more processor working right now because I have it counting down. So right now it's counting down 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then it's going to change to the next camera automatically, and it's going to look like I've got a cameraman. Makes it look more lively, okay? Now, when I switch over to the Randall tower, when I lose the eCam, I'm not sure that it'll do the automatic camera switching, but it'll do all of this and cut through it like a hot knife through butter. In other words, the processor on the Randall tower, the tower that Randy put in here, okay, will work beautifully. It's a Windows computer, which means I am over on different software. So the software over there is called XSplit Broadcaster, very similar to OBS. It does a few things a little bit fancier and helps you if you don't know OBS super well. But I've been playing with OBS on and off, so I can actually switch over to OBS if I wanted to. So if anyone out there is smart enough to know for OBS, how can I do this? There is nothing. Charles Richard has said that he has seen a plugin where you can put a single comment up there of your choice, but I hunted it. I was never able to find it. Okay, so I'm just going with the flow that it's not up there. So Scott says hello to all my Greggy families. Well, that Norm does the Greggy. Scott is hello to all my Gregg friends. And Woody is here. Woody is in the house. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing, Woody? When I think of Woody, okay, when I see Woody's name, you want to know what's the first thing I think about? His pictures that he puts up or sends me by email, or the pictures that he puts up on Facebook. The man constantly puts out pictures. Something I don't even do anymore. I used to be all about the pictures. And now it's all about this, okay? But Woody takes pictures and pictures and pictures. And David Crooks does that too, okay? So, and he posts them. And that's the only reason that I know that Woody's into pictures a lot is because he posts them. MDM is Mark is his name. He posts pictures. He won one of our contests, if you remember. Very handsome young man. Where are we? Right there. He did a self-portrait, and I believe it won that night. Yes. Okay, so he's about pictures. And a lot of us don't do our first love anymore. We don't go out and take pictures like we used to. It's just gotten burdensome. We don't do it. The cameras are too big, they're too heavy, or we don't want to risk the exposure. And then to add insult to injury, we don't have freedom to roam around the cabin. Talking about C19. I don't go out very much at all anymore. I don't drive much to begin with before all of this started. But now I don't go anywhere. Okay? I think in this last year I put less than 200 miles on my car for the whole year. That's not a lot of going anywhere. Okay? So, let's see, that was Scott, and I was saying hello to Woody. How you doing, Woody? Good to see you. Which camera am I on? Somebody help, I'm on the Z6. Okay, good to see you, Woody. And I always say hello to his wife. She's so pretty. She's the prettier one in the picture, in the avatar, in the bottom left-hand corner. So I always say hello to her. And now we move on to David. David first to hit the like. David is the first guy to hit the like tonight, and we have 208. 208? Seriously? I thought we were at 203. Did you check, David? Do we have 208 subscribers? Hey, we grew. Let's give ourselves a little round of applause. Here we go. 208. If anybody's in here and you're new, don't be afraid to say hello, okay? I do make fun of everybody. I like to chit-chat with you guys. I like to embarrass you because I embarrass myself, and it's just fun. This is basically personality based on this channel. It's about you guys saying hello to me doing a song and a dance, although I don't really dance. I don't even sing, to be honest with you, but I enjoy it, so it's my channel. Have you heard me say that? So since it's my channel, I can do this. Well, hello, Woody. Yes, hello, Bob Asbury. How are you guys doing tonight? Oh, I can sing to my heart's content. I can sing and turn the other way. Because I own the channel, I can sing a song. Yes, I know I don't sing that good, but when I'm singing, it feels like therapy. It makes me feel good all the way down here, way inside my heart. So I pick someone out to say hello in a song, like Sly will come along and I'll sing to her a song. But you know David comes and it makes me think Virginia, and Buck is over in California. So I get to sing 'cause I own the channel. Otherwise the boss would come in here and say, shut up. We don't talk like that here. My mother used to hate that. We don't say shut up. We don't say stupid. We don't use words like that. Yes, we do, Ma. We just don't let you know that we do. I love watching the kids when on YouTube when they're coming out of anesthesia. You get to see their real personality. And some of them have such sweet spirits. It's amazing, okay? They would never get away with it at school to act and talk like they do there. And some of them are downright mean. They'll start cussing and their mothers are gonna go like, oh my God, I can't believe he's talking like that. And then the nurse in the ER will say, well, that's what happens when you come off of anesthesia. You know, the more you tell him about it, the more he's gonna cuss, okay? And I'm sitting there cracking up. And every once in a while, a line will come out of the blue, like one kid, he must have been 15 to 17 years old, and apparently his dad had lost weight, okay? So either his dad or his mom is actually got the cell phone up. None of them ever turned it sideways. It's always up and down, okay? So you only get a little sliver. And so he's going like, hi, Ma, you're so pretty. Oh, Ma, you're pretty. And where's Dad? Dad's right there. Where's Dad? Dad's right there. That's not my dad. You told me he wasn't my dad. I started to crack up laughing. The mother goes, oh my. And the nurse says, don't worry about it. They're going to say the weirdest things, but you know something? I'll bet you $1 to donuts. There's some truth to that somewhere. And that kid it's like just anesthesia. Either funny anesthesia or hilarious anesthesia. And you could just start watching them. From little kids up to guys, full grown. I don't ever remember watching a woman, an adult female, on there. I guess they're smart enough to know, don't let them film me. But the guys, they want to show off that they're an a-hole and act like that. All right, so I think I left off with David and his wonderful mask. First, to hit the like tonight. We got 14 likes. We got 14 likes and we got 10 people in here. How is that possible? How did we do that? No, we don't. We've got 18 people. Okay, so tomorrow night is my brother's birthday, and we are going to his house for dinner. He's making tomahawk steaks. And I taught him how to do sous vide. S-U-V. For those of you that can't say sous vide, that's basically cooking in hot water. Well, the food is not being boiled. It goes in a food grade baggie for whatever it's worth, and you suck out the air. Or you can use a real regular baggie, but it's got to be food grade because you're going to eat this food. and you set the temperature of the water bath, and you're cooking in a water bath. And the whole theory behind that is for a steak, you're going to cook it exactly to the temperature you want because the water never gets hotter than the temperature you pick. Okay, so I like my steaks at about 138 degrees. That makes it pink with a little bit of red, but not much. I don't like the red. I don't want my my meat to move when I poke it. Okay, but it continues to cook when you take it out. Okay, so he did a test, and it came out so good. They all loved it. Okay, so for his birthday, my other brother got tomahawk steaks. Do you know what a tomahawk steak is? It looks like a steak on a lollipop, okay? But at the top of the lollipop, instead of it being round, picture the prime rib portion. So it'll go up and it'll come around to this side and come back down. Okay, so the steak is basically over to one side of the bone, but you do get the bone. Okay, so my brother got my other brother for his birthday 2-inch tomahawk steaks. So these are like ribeye steaks. Okay, so he's going to cook them in sous vide. He likes it a little rarer. I don't. So he's going to cook it to 135 degrees. It goes in there for about 4 hours to 5 hours. And this is where the magic of sous vide. Sous vide is S-O-U-S-V-I-D-E. So as a family now that we're all talking, first they started making fun of me. Peter's boiling all his food now. You know, okay, so you know how brothers are, okay? So Peter's boiling all his food, and then I presented them with 2 meals, and it just knocked their socks off. I cannot believe this is so tender. I never had steak this tender. Oh my God, I can't believe the steak is this tender. Okay, well, what happens is because you're at a constant temperature for a long time, it breaks the tendons, the thing that makes the steak tough. And that's called sous vide, S-O-U-S-V-I-D-E. So they make these things that look like sticks, okay? And it's got a clamp on it, and you clamp it onto a pot. And then on the top, you put in and dial in the temperature you want and the time you want, okay? And then you season your meat the way you like. You can get a little crazy, okay? And then you seal it. I happen to have like a food saver where it sucks the air out, you know. So it's not going to get any water. I don't want water to touch the meat, okay? And then I put it in, and I have found that a good steak takes 4 to 6 hours, all right? Now, one of the biggest concerns with sous vide is safety, all right? In order to kill the 4 parasite groups, which is, I better not start naming them because I'm not going to remember, E. coli, salmonella, oh God, I can't remember the other ones, but there's 4, okay? They got to be killed, all right? Because they're no good for you. They're pathogens. So the FDA says 167 degrees. Your chicken's got to be 167 degrees. Your steak, your lamb, 167 degrees is the temperature you have to bring it to. All the pathogens are killed at that moment, and your food is safe. However, it is now tough and dry, no juice, and flavor, okay? Because basically you dried it out quickly. You ever hear of these things that they dry out fruits and stuff like that, and vegetables and everything? Well, you've done a fast version of that by sticking your food in the oven, all right? So that we don't go to restaurants and get poisoned and come home and throw up all night. Everything by the food inspectors wants your food to come up to 167 because that kills all the bacteria. And it's true, okay? Now, the thing is, the 167 degrees kills all the bacteria for 1 second. No, I said that wrong. It has to reach that temperature for 1 second to kill all the bacteria. And that's why they picked it. They figured everyone else is too dumb to be able to time their food properly. So what they did is the 167 degrees is the magic number where if it's at that temperature for just 1 second, all those pathogens are dead. Okay, or whatever the allotted thing is. I think like 1 out of 20 million can survive, all right? And I don't even know if that's correct, all right? So that's what that's what hot air in your oven or on the stove or on the barbecue, cooking is all about. All right? So, how do you get a rare steak? Where am I? Over here. Okay? And still have it to be safe. Well, you know, if at 167 degrees, let's do it this way, at 167 degrees for 1 second, what if I drop it down to 165? Oh, well then you need 7 seconds. What if I drop it down to 155? Well, now you need 4 minutes. What if I drop it down to 150? Well, now you need 10 minutes. And you see how it goes down, 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 down? That is what sous vide is about. All right? So, 138 degrees is the temperature I like for my steak, which means from the very top of my steak to the very bottom of my steak, it's going to be pink. Okay? When I take it out of the sous vide, it looks basically ugly. How do you spell ugly? All right, so at that point, I cut the bag open, I take it out of the bag, I have my cast iron, or you could have your barbecue, or you could have a flamethrower for all I care, and you caramelize, you sear, you sizzle your steak so it looks like, oh my God, it just came off the grill. What an amazing, it's sizzling, I can hear it sizzling. And all you do is like 30 seconds on each side, okay? So you need, for safety's sake, to find the correct temperature that will kill your pathogens and for how long it needs to be at that temperature, okay? So at 135 to 140 for most meats, not all, okay, but for most meats, it needs to be around 25 to 30 minutes at that temperature. Now this does not count getting it up to that temperature, okay? Because if it's really slow, it's got to reach the temperature, like 138 for me. It takes, I think it's 27 minutes. You can find this chart on the internet that shows you what the correct temperature and the time to be the same thing at 167 degree temperature for 1 second, okay? So I don't even mess with all that. I put all my food in the sous vide for 4 to 6 hours. I'm covered. No matter what I do, I'm covered, okay? But that amount of time that the food is in that sous vide bath, okay, is tenderizing, tenderizing, tenderizing. And the theory is you can't overcook your food because it never goes above the temperature you want. That isn't true exactly. You can turn your food into a mush, okay, by letting it stay there for a long period of time. I have tried cooking a roast, one of those cheap roasts that no matter what you do to it, it is never tender, okay? I forgot what they're called. It's like, I don't know if it's a rump roast or some kind of a roast. And it's just, I don't care. It never comes out tender, all right? I cooked it for 24 hours. And that thing was like slicing a filet mignon. It just went like whoosh, 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 whoosh. But I kept it in my sous vide pot for 24 hours. Actually, I put it in longer. It was probably more like 30 hours. All right. So what happens is everything, all that joint material, not silver skin. Silver skin never gets tender. That's got to come out, got to come off. You've got to be good enough to take the silver skin off, okay? You ever take a piece of chicken and as you're getting down to that nice tenderloin in the center, it's like a roll of chicken, you'll see there's like this skin that surrounds it, that's silver skin. That will never tenderize, okay? It'll disappear, I guess, maybe after 100 years, all right? So like on ribs and on steak and on filet mignon and ribeyes and stuff, you got to take the silver skin off. But the rest of the muscles that hold the meat together, those over time turn to gelatin, okay? And your cheap steak can taste like a filet mignon. Mwah! I'm not kidding. I'm a French chef. No, I'm not. I'm a Greek chef. I put oregano on everything. She gets oregano. You want a steak? She puts oregano on it. You want the chicken? I put oregano on my chicken. You want mashed potatoes? I put oregano on my mashed potatoes. My scrambled eggs? Well, maybe no oregano, but I put lemon. All right, so we had a little sous vide class in here tonight. What the heck is going on? Okay. So I bought my brother the sous vide stick for Christmas. It was on sale. They're like $89, $90. And Amazon, the bad company, had them for $47 on a clearance or something. So tomorrow we're having tomahawk steaks that are going to be sous vide, and he's going to sear it on a high flame on the barbecue. About, well, I told him 30 seconds for each side. He says, well, I think I'll give it a minute. I'll put a minute on each side, okay? All right. Knock yourself out. Put it on for a minute. But all it is to sizzle it. So this way it's got that nice crispy thing. And then when you cut it, oh my God, from the very top to the very bottom, it's all the same color. You know, when you cook on a barbecue, it's usually the color you want. Right in the middle, one little strip, okay? And then the rest of it gets darker, darker, darker until it's well done near the edges. And then the same thing on this side. Well, for this steak, all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, it's going to be the temperature that he sets it at. And I believe he said he's setting it for 135. A little underdone for me. Yeah, a single degree does make that much of a difference. So I'd put mine in for 137, 138. So let's say I piqued your interest and you go like, Peter, how do I test that? How do I test that crap out? Everything you just talked about. How do I deal with that? I'm not going to go out and buy this and that and this and that. Well, if you've got a way to accurately measure the temperature, get a big pot of water, put it on your stove, and learn how to get that pot of water to come to and stay at the temperature you want it to stay at. Once you've done that, you are in sous vide territory. We call it SUV, like the car, because it's like all the kids can't say sous vide. It's like very French, okay? So we call it, we're cooking on the sous vide, SUV. All right, so if you can get a pot of water and make it go to the temperature that you want, then all you need is from the store is a baggie. Just a regular Ziploc baggie, okay? And the water will actually push out the air, so you don't let the top go into the water, and you sink. But before you put your steak or your chicken in there, you season it. Salt, pepper. For PeterGregg, it's oregano. We put a little oregano. I put a lemon in there. I put the butter. What's that green butter? That one from Ireland. I put the butter in there, and I make it to taste very good. Okay? And then I can put it in the baggie. Now, for chicken, the number for chicken is not 135 or 138. You will not like or appreciate the chicken at that number. Trust me, I don't like pink and I don't like bloody veins in my chicken. I like my chicken tender, moist, but cooked, meaning no red, no blood, okay? So the magic number for that is 144. Now that's on my machine. It might be different on yours, okay? So if you can get a pot of water and you can get it to stay at 144 degrees, you know, get the fire just right, where it'll stay at that temperature, then you can get a nice chicken breast, a nice fresh chicken breast. I like it with the skin and the bone in because it adds flavor. And I season it and I put it in the baggie, okay? And then the type of baggie I use, I can put it in the food saver and it sucks out the air. But you don't have that. So does that mean you have to go buy that machine? Absolutely not. You take that baggie and you slowly put it into the hot water, and you'll notice that the baggie starts to cling. You know how wet underwear or a bathing suit sticks to you when you try to get out of the pool and you can't get it off because it's stuck to you? Like, well, the same thing happens to the chicken. The baggie will conform and wrap around the chicken. As you slowly drop it in, the air will be coming out, and you'll bring it and then tilt it and then bring it almost to the water line, and then zip, 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 zip. You sealed it. Set your timer for 3 hours plus if it's room temperature. Put it 4 hours. Put it 5 hours. I wouldn't go more than 6, okay? At 144, 3 hours plus, the happy number is 3.5 hours. In 3.5 hours, you can come and take it out if you're going to eat it. If you're not going to eat it, okay, you can leave it in there longer until you do. And then when you take it out, okay, you'll unzip the bag and you'll tip it. It's going to be hot. and get all the juices out. Then take your chicken breast, and if you want to brown it, you can paint it with butter and put it on your scrambled egg pan and just roll it until it gets nice and brown, no more than a minute. And when you cut that chicken breast, you're going to go, I never knew chicken breast could be that good. Who the heck knew? Oh my God, Peter, you're a genius. Yes, thank you very much. All right. But I won't cook chicken any other way. All right. And if I was going to serve it for company, what I would do is I would get, those paintbrushes where you could put, I would paint it with butter, or I would paint it with egg white, and I would put it under the broiler for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then it gets all that, bubbly look like I barbecued all the afternoon for you, And then when they cut it, they'll go like, oh my God, this chicken breast is amazing. Why did I get onto sous vide? I need to talk to Bob Asbury. He's going to be my, he's my counselor here. Bob says hello. Hi, Bob. How are you doing? If I could get him to come back. Was it something I said? How come it's over to the right? Okay, now he's in the center. All right. Hey, Peter, in a couple of weeks, I am going to be in Florida. Yeah, and what else? To take pictures for a friend's son's wedding. It's going to be outdoors, very informal, and everyone is very laid back. I want to take some nice pictures for them. What advice can you give? Well, if you ask me this question in a month or two, I am actually working on a course right now that's going to be like $49. I haven't made it. I'm not selling you anything, Bob. Don't go running for the hills. All right, but it's going to be called So Your Friend Asked You to Take Pictures for Them at Their Wedding. Now, what the heck do you do? All right, so here's the basics of that, Bob. So your friend asked you to take a picture for a friend's, wait a minute, I'm going to take a picture, stop changing, picture for a friend's son's wedding. It's going to be outdoors. Okay, so that's in your favor. Outdoors means you can't control the light, okay? So the first thing you have to do, it's got nothing to do with cameras, all right? It's probably a big surprise, all right? It's got to do with what are their expectations, all right? If their expectations, stop saying all right, I'm going to fine you every time you say all right, all right? Ka-ching! All right, so I did it again. Stop. All right. What are their expectations? Do they know that the pictures could be totally crappy? Or are you going to give them pictures and they're going to go, I thought you were better than that? Because this is the very beginning of the problems, is the response that's going to come from them over a period of time, because the response always is not limited to the first few minutes. At the beginning, they might go, thank you so much, Bob. That was awesome. And then little by little, as other people creep in, I could have done better than that. Who did you have? Look at what he did wrong there. Okay, so the opinion 4 days later or a week later is going to be different from the opinion at the beginning. So you have to manage the expectations. Hey, friend, Bob, my buddy, pal, I know it's your son and he's really important to you. It might be worth it for you to hire a professional photographer. No, we don't need anything like that. We just want you to take a few pictures. Is that what they really mean? All right. So you've got to manage, did I just say all right? You've got to manage the expectations of what they're expecting. They have to realize and understand you're not a professional photographer, even if you are. And because the better they think you are, the higher their expectations are. So you have to downplay your abilities and over-deliver rather than come in and act like you are a rock star. I'm sorry I don't have a pair of sunglasses in here. And you put your sunglasses on and you whip out that camera and you go, yeah, I am the man. I'm going to take pictures like you've never seen. And then your pictures are out of focus. Your pictures are too dark. They're too light. So managing expectations, I'm spending more time on this And you're probably going like, what's he talking about? Well, that's where you lose a friendship, is by not managing expectations. Because remember, the key here is a friend of mine told me he wants me to take pictures of his son's wedding. Now, the second thing is, when they ask you that, is there a professional photographer that's going to be there? Because now you're on their territory. They're not going to be pleased with you if you come in with this and you come in. I wish I had all my equipment, because I want to make it look like I'm going to come in with a mountain of equipment in my hands, and the photographer is going to be looking and going like, okay, so you will be a threat. Hopefully there will not be a professional photographer. Well, truthfully, I hope that there would be, okay? Because unless they can do the wedding over for some reason, weddings can't be done over, all right? So you need to find out. Sure, Bob, I could do that. Did you guys did the bride or her mother or somebody hire a professional photographer? Well, we don't know. Well, this could become a really big problem. So you want to find out and drill down. Don't let it just, okay, I tried. No, you have to drill down. All right? The people, the bride and the groom need to know clearly that you will be there to take some pictures. I don't know, back to expectations, do they expect you to try and act and behave like a wedding photographer or a rock star photographer? You know, it's different than if they're going to have a photographer there. Because if I'm a photographer and I have my equipment and I've been paid $5,000, $6,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, and I'm there and I'm doing pictures and stuff, and somebody comes up and stands next to me and starts shadowing me or starts to take pictures like the same as I'm taking pictures, we got a problem. You know why? Because my contract says, no, that's not allowed. So I will go to the person that signed my contract as the professional photographer. I know, you're going to think I sound like an a-hole, okay? But there's a reason for all this. I haven't been doing weddings since the 1970s to not know a few things, okay? In my contract, it says there will be no other photographer there, and there will be no people that will shadow me. And if they do, I go to the person that signed the contract, and if they don't deal with it, I'm out of there. And the reason that I'm out of there is I'd rather deal with that problem than the problem at the other end when I am delivering pictures, and this other person has taken all these other pictures and they decided they don't need me anymore, okay? So the way I solve that problem, just so you guys know, is my prices are high enough where I don't give a crap, okay? They could have 10 photographers there for all I care, but that's only me. If you get a new photographer that doesn't have confidence and doesn't know how to deal with all this, they could become a real problem, all right? So I solved it. My prices are like $5,000 and up. You don't want me? Go somewhere else. I don't care. And they have somebody shadowing me, I make friends with that person. Oh, here, I took the picture. Why don't you step up now? Take your picture, okay? Because I don't care what they buy or what they don't buy. They don't have the skill set that I have. They can't deliver what I can deliver. And because I have that confidence, it's kind of like a guy walking the tightrope. If, you know, I was there for the first time, my underwear is going to be very dirty. Because I don't think I don't like heights. Never mind walking a tightrope. All right, but I've done it for so many years, 30, 40 years, you know, all of this comes in. The biggest problems with weddings, believe it or not, is the in-laws. They have this connection to the bride and groom somehow. I don't know what it is. Maybe they birthed the kid. But they think they're the boss. And that's why back to the beginning, managing expectations. So now, when you asked me that question, Bob, I'm sure you were thinking like, where should I stand? What exposure should I set? What should I focus on? You know what? The camera doesn't need you for that. It'll do it without you. You've got to handle all the other aspects and still have a good time, and don't leave by creating enemies. That's kind of like a juggling act. So what do you take a picture of? You're basically there, and if you get your mindset, so we'll switch out of the beginning, which probably shook you up because it's like, that's not what I wanted to hear, okay? But that's where the problems are. This is what you need to overcome. The next step is to have redundant equipment. You can't just take your one little Canon camera to take a few pictures if you're the main photographer. If there's another photographer there, then by all means, take your Canon camera, take your Sony camera, take your Nikon camera, take your Fuji camera, take whatever kind of camera, take your Kodak Instamatic, take your cell phone, okay? Because the weight isn't on your shoulders. But if the weight is on your shoulders, you will need a duplicate set of equipment. Because if this breaks, uh-oh, now what? You take out the other one. So you might have to rent from a rental like Borrow Lenses or Lens Rentals, a camera for the weekend. Or if you have another friend that's got a good camera, but just remember you're liable for the camera when you borrow something, all right? So you need a second pair of equipment, okay? Remember, God made you 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 noses. I'm not going to go body part by body part, all right? But there's redundant equipment in a lot of places on our bodies. So if you're going to go with a camera, you need to go with 2. One of them, they don't have to be at equal level. You can have like whatever your good camera is, but if you can carry on with the lesser, older camera, just have it prepared. Have the batteries ready, have the cards ready, format all the cards. All cards must be formatted. Do not go to any wedding, even if you're a guest and you're going to a wedding and you're not Bob, okay, and you're bringing your camera, format your cards at home. Make sure the formatting goes well. Take another picture, check that the picture came up, then format it again, and start with a clean formatted card. Now, back in the day, I used to go with 20 to 25 cards. What? Yes. I went with 20 to 30 cards. I had an wallet, and I had 4 of them to hold all the cards, and I had a system. If they were in backwards, they were used. Don't touch them. They have actual pictures. If they're in the envelope forwards, it's fresh and ready to use. So I had a system to know, oh, I don't want to go and write over the cards where she's coming down the aisle, okay? So you get to have a few cards, have your batteries charged, all that, the kind like you would expect me to say. Yes, that's all true. So now your mindset. People, regardless of what they tell you, this is where I excelled with my wedding work, is I did extensive, very early on, spending time with the bride, the groom. I needed her mother there because, believe it or not, that witch, that bee with an itch, is going to come in and bite you in the butt eventually. So you might as well know up front, okay? Now, I'm going beyond what you're talking about, Bob, but you also have to know who signed the contract, all right? If Judy Garland signed the contract and Judy Garland's mother is there, Judy Garland is who's going to be responsible in a court of law and not the mother, not Judy Garland's mother. Okay, so let's go to Eliza, and with a Z, okay, and Judy Garland. All right, but the mother-in-law thinks she's got power and she's pushing these people around, and you might have to push back. So let's get back to Bob. He doesn't have a contract. He's just got a friend. He's going to be there for his son's wedding, and he's going to take pictures. All right, so your job, your assignment, should you choose to accept it, Mission Impossible, okay, is you need to tell the story of the wedding. So every time you go to take a picture, make sure, for somebody that hasn't been there, when they see your pictures, they'll know the story of the wedding. She got dressed, you're going to take some pictures, okay? Only clean pictures, all right? And the same for the boy. Don't forget, it's the dad now. So where the boy's going to get dressed, you know, the guys are going to help him with his tie. They're going to clown around. You're going to try to capture that. You can even try to pose a few shots as a best man. Have the best man do the tie. You've seen, that's a standard, you know. I don't even do those anymore. I've got variations, but do the standard ones. the best man fixing the tie. The dad fixing the guy's tie. It's a father-son moment, okay? So you're telling the story, they're getting dressed, she's getting dressed, and then they're arriving. You're going to be out there, and you're going to, as the car comes up and the bride is coming, okay, you're going to get that car coming, you're going to get her getting out of the car, then you're going to take off. Get your ASS into the church. Oh, it's not in the church, it's outside, okay? Get yourself into the proper positions. You're going to need to know the flow so that you can be a step ahead, all right? Now, the next guy that you got to worry about is the minister. Okay, some of these ministers think they're God. Some of them are really good. Okay, but that doesn't mean we aren't polite, considerate, and courteous. I've seen photographers where I've been guests where they climb up and stand on the pews, and oh my God, I'm embarrassed. What camera am I on here? Oh, over here. Okay, so just be casual. You got a telephoto lens. This allows you to back off a little bit. Remember, the photographer isn't the show. Like, look at me, okay? It's the bride and the groom. And yet the photographers, they'll step out right in the middle of the aisle, okay? And say, okay, stop, I want to take a picture, all right? Now, I did, for my own self, I did create signals between me and the bride. Okay, so if she was hustling down the aisle at too quick of a clip, I would go like that. Okay, nobody would know. And she would see. And I would be telling her, look at me every once in a while. I know you want to look at the boy, but you're going to spend the night with that boy. Watch me so I can take the damn picture. Okay, so if they're going down the aisle, I do a little kind of like that, very gentle. All right, and overtake the pictures. Digital is free. Don't just take your one shot and walk away. So now you're telling the story. She's walking down the aisle. The dad's going to hand her over to the husband to be, okay? You've got to be in the right position to grab that. Take always wider shots than you need. This way you can crop. Don't get like, I have to get it perfect. No, back up, okay? More. All right, so now, if it wasn't on this camera that's got my head cut off, okay, and don't cut off heads, all right? You actually will crop afterwards, okay? So don't go for perfection, go for telling the story. So this way, as they watch your pictures, they're going to start to react. Oh, I remember when that happened. Oh my God, I didn't see your face, son. You look like you were really into that at that moment. What camera am I on? You know, so you're telling the story. You're showing them the wedding because they were so uptight. The guy's probably ready to throw up. She's got butterflies in her stomach, or she's taking a sedative. He could be taking a sedative for all you know, and you're telling the story. And then when you get past those areas and you get into the reception, now you're having fun, they're having fun. Just take pictures of the fun. They want to see the people that they invited to the wedding, all right? They're not looking for the cover shot for the magazine. They want to see that Uncle John flew in from Timbuktu to be there. So you want to take a picture of her with her Uncle John. Does he have any special relatives that came to the wedding? Okay, those those moments, that's what you want. Okay, those are the money shots. I know you're not doing it for money, but it's still the money shots. When they go, oh my God, look at that, Dad! Oh, you just got a sale. Okay, so that's what you're shooting for. Then, when the wedding's over and you're on the way home, okay, make sure all your gear, keep an eye on your gear because there's professional thieves at weddings. Never mind that you don't believe that. Don't believe that the sky is blue. Don't believe that the world is round. There is professional people at weddings to steal equipment. So if you've got a wife, a girlfriend, a son, a brother, a sister, a dad, or whoever, and you're going with a big bag, put somebody in charge to watch your bag, okay? Or you're going to be going home without your bag. There's greater than a 50-50 chance. Okay, so that was just a side one. So after that, you're home. Okay, the major assignment once you get home is to ingest those cards into your computer and to make 3 sets of backups. I didn't say 1, I didn't say 2, I said 3. One of those 3 is the cards themselves. The SD cards is what I'm talking about. So you will not erase the SD cards. You will keep those SD cards, put them in an envelope, put them in your t-shirt underwear drawer. They stay until everybody's happy and they've celebrated their first month or second month anniversary. So you'll have to buy yourself a new card, a couple of them, okay? And then you need to make another backup onto another hard drive that's not in your computer. So now you'll have the one that's in your computer, you'll have the second backup before you even look at the pictures. Don't go looking at the pictures, okay? Get them in there, make the backups. I'm giving you the whole course right here, all right? And then from there, now you can relax, have your cup of whatever you're going to have, whatever it is that you enjoy, all right? And now you would look at the pictures and you could see where you could have done better. You could see where you missed it. You wish you did this. There's always that. I do that. That happens to me. Oh man, the little girl there, she's so cute. Why did I get more pictures of the little flower girl? She's adorable, okay? Or the grandmother that could be gone in 3 months. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I've had so many times where the pictures from the wedding become like amazingly valuable to the family because somebody passed away, okay? So that's why you're safeguarding these pictures. That's why you got 3 backups, all right? And if you want to make another one, make another one. Backup is what I mean. Then you start to prepare them. If you were smart, you would have shot in RAW. If you were not, you will shoot in JPEG, okay? So unless you're a magician with the pictures, I would be shooting in RAW if you can handle that. I strongly recommend that you shoot in RAW. Did you get the message? Or do I have to type it up on the screen? And no, I'm not joking. Now, you're going to have to figure out, well, now you could fix them up. If they're in RAW, you can go through the pictures and fix them up. If you've got any talent and skills at doing that, that's when you would fix them up. Now, if you took 7 pictures of the bride and the groom kissing, okay, don't give them all 7 pictures. Pick the top 2 or 3 and then discard the other ones or move them into another folder, whatever you want. You can overwhelm them with too many pictures of the same thing, and they won't know how to deal with that. Just like you might have a hard time dealing with that when you start to work on your pictures. It's like, oh my God, I got 17 of the same shots. What am I going to do? I'm going to go crazy here. Well, you're going to have to learn how to whittle. When you were a kid, did you have a knife and a wood and whittle? You're going to have to learn how to discard because they're your babies. Oh, these are pictures that I took. They're my babies. I can't throw them away. I have to look at them. I can't take it. Hurts my heart to throw them. Throw the pictures away, okay? You're only going to give them 2 or 3 if it's a really hot moment. Over that, they can't handle it. You're just going to have to go by my, experience on that. They cannot handle it at that point. So, you don't want to hand over any more than 300 to 500 shots. At 500 pictures, you are overloading that family. They don't have the mental capacity or skills to deal with more than 300 to 500 pictures of the wedding. Now, you could have more better pictures that you give them after the fact, way after the fact. But at the beginning, you're going to select the pictures that are going to tell the story of their wedding. So there's 2 areas that go outside these boundaries, okay? And that is what I call the fashion shoot. This is when you take the boy and the girl and you separate them and you go over somewhere and try to spend 15 minutes with them doing where she's being pretty, where they're hugging, where they're kissing, a silhouette shot, okay? Those are the fashion pictures, and that's a separate time. Okay, and then the other one is you got to keep your eyes open to see if there's someone special at the wedding that maybe an ill aunt, an ill a grandparent or somebody that really made a strong effort to get there, that if you knew their story, it would make you cry. And then you're going to have to segregate that and make sure you take some really nice shots of, not that person, and not only by themselves, you make a portrait of that person. So let's say it's Aunt Clara from Bewitched, okay? So it's Aunt Clara. And let's say Aunt Clara is like up in age, and you've gotten a whiff of the fact that Aunt Clara is not going to be around for long for whatever reason. I don't want to put anything like that. Okay, so you're going to do some portraits of her, and in your mind, these are the pictures they're going to use when she passes away. They don't know it, but you do. Okay, there's always that picture that goes in the newspaper. There's the picture they have at the service. You will be taking that picture. So you'll have to be sensitive to that. And then you want to take pictures. Let's say Aunt Clara is your friend. You said it's his son that's getting married. So you want a picture of Aunt Clara with your friend. Then you want a picture of Aunt Clara with the bride and the groom and Aunt Clara. Okay? And then you want a picture of your friend and his wife with Aunt Clara. So these are not like super high skills. It's just your mind's got to be rolling. I'm making a story. I'm telling a story. I'm telling a story. Well, if they don't see that picture, what will they not have seen? Oh, I better take the picture. How much did it cost you? Oops, it doesn't cost anything. Just shoot. Okay? So I went and walked through the course with you. All right? There's more after this. There's even a little bit more before. But in the effort of not losing everybody in town, I will keep it down to a short 2 hours. But I had fun doing it. And I'm making the videos now, teaching exactly what you're talking about. So who was I talking to? Oh, it's Bob. Bob was the guy that got me on this. That Bob. Oh my God. When you see him coming, I'm going the other way. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you enjoyed that, Bob. I hope you got something out of it. So, Woody, just 354 days until Christmas. Now that's my kind of guy. 354 days till Christmas. I'm going to start getting ready now, Ray. First, hi, Ray. Happy New Year. I love you, Ray. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to get me a Christmas tree. I'm going to get me, which camera am I on? The wrong camera. It's always the ZV-1. And my head is always cut off. So how many seconds do I have on this? 14, 13 seconds. And let's see, what's the next camera after that? We're going to go on this side of the room, okay? So for Christmas, I need a Christmas wreath. I got one. I need a piano. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. I got a piano. I'm ready. I need a Christmas tree. Oh, there's a Christmas tree. Anybody got a Santa Claus? Oh my God, I got a Santa Claus. Well, does your Santa Claus go ho, ho, ho? Hello? Does your Santa Claus go ho, ho, ho? If I get the right button, it will. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Come and get it, everybody. That's the dinner bell. No, it is not. All aboard, all aboard. It's the train, the Christmas train is coming. So thank you, Ray. Yep, I'm ready for Christmas. And you guys that are a little bit susceptible to getting into melancholy moods and getting down, getting grumpy and agitated and getting your wife mad at you or your girlfriend or your boyfriend mad at you, okay, leave up some of your Christmas stuff. It works wonders. It's the birth of Christ. It's the day of presents. It's a happy morning when we wake up on Christmas. Who told you got to take down your Christmas lights? Oh, Peter, it's the seasons. It's the seasons. You know, there's 4 fingers here. We'll take 3 of them and just leave 1 standing. And that's what I got to say about the seasons. I'm not saying I don't like seasons. I'm just saying if it's going to help you to actually leave some Christmas lights or all of your Christmas lights up during the year, then leave them up. Take the tree down. Okay, I didn't say leave the tree up. I do, but you know, you can leave your Christmas lights up. This is so that We have our Christmas lights to remind us that 2021 is going to be the year that we come out of all the stuff that we went through for 2020. And the Christmas lights are all up to help us celebrate. So don't be afraid to keep your Christmas lights up all year long. 3 words. All year long. Back to the ZV-1. Let's see if I can fix that. I think it's too tight. That might be better. I got a kazoom here, so I can zoom it. So if I come back here now, okay. It's almost perfect. If I hit it again, well, it's going to be like not. Oh, I left the camera. All right, so this camera doesn't have zoom. If I don't fall over. All right, so that is where I got all excited. I saw Ray. Ray is my favorite Raymond. My favorite Raymond in the whole wide world. And Ray is correcting me, 344 days. Well, I never told you that I was good in math. Okay? Shh, I'm not going to tell them I got the number from you. I'm going to pretend it's my fault, Ray. Okay? Don't tell anybody. Keep quiet. Loose lips sink ships. Yep, I didn't do it right, Ray. I said 354. Thank you that you figured it out. It's 344. So, all right. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. And we got Greece in the room. Posiste, dikanete, yasu kitapid yasu. I'm Greek. I'm a little Greeky, a little bit. My grandparents, Cyprus and Greece. You know what I mean? Happy Thanksgivings, everybody. So, FCW Greece. Good to see you in here. Thank you for coming in. I can't, wait a minute. I can't make out that avatar. It's too small. No, don't go away. I see it says Greece and then weekly, and then the other words are too small. And it's not your fault. I'm like 2, 4, 6, 9 feet away from the monitor, so that's why I can't see it. So thank you for coming in and saying hello from Greece. Yasu, Karisto. Rob, who's Rob? Rob. Hi, Peter, and the fresh crew. Yes, I got my big crew in here. Rob, I got your Christmas card, and the little rubies that you have with the point. Okay, they actually punctured a hole in the envelope. But thank you. That Christmas card that you sent me, Rob, and Rob is also one of the guys that's in the Patreon. Because I make videos in between when we see each other, and I put them on Patreon, and only the people in Patreon, and it costs you $3. It was $1. I raised the price myself. So, but Rob is on there, and Rob is a solid contributor. Him and his wonderful brother that gives us a relationship to admire and to emulate. They're like buddies. They're best friends. I envy them. I think that it's awesome. So thank you for the Christmas card, Rob. I know it's from you, and I think it's your girlfriend, but I'll be darned if I remember, and I didn't bring it in here. It's in my bedroom. I opened my mail there so I could pay my bills. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't bring it here by accident. And he wrote me a nice letter. Yeah, you wrote me a nice note. Do you remember? Because it's been almost a month. I finally got there. Well, that parking lot, they used it for the COVID-19 stuff, and so it was always so busy that I couldn't get in there. So finally, I was driving by, I said, oh, it's empty. Let me go see if I can get Rob's card. So I got it. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Rob. I love you, dude. And tell your brother I said hi. I love him too. I don't know who he is. And here's Charles, and he's saying hi, Peter. And Charles, he's saying hi, Louis. I think I was able to, I put that on there. Was I able to drag a second one out? No, I thought I could drag a second one out. Okay. Oh, here's my favorite Tom. Tom. No, that's not Tom. Tom. Hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. There's Tom Buck. Tom Buck is another guy. Rob is in the patron. Yeah, this is an advertisement, guys. Down underneath, there's a thing called Patreon. You join it, you pay me money. But it's not a lot. You can pick what you want. You could pick whatever number that it shows you, but when you get to the point where it sets up, you could pick the number. So Tom is one of my high-end, one of my top contributors, encouragers. Don't think it's not encouraging when somebody thinks you're worth to put money into them. So thank you, Tom. I love you, Tom. So Tom is saying hello, and of course Tom has his own channel. It's better than my channel. Tom is older than me. Well, I don't think that. He's smarter than me, better looking than me. His channel looks better than me, so you ought to go look at Tom Buck. Find it. See how he's got like a blue ring and it's a blue theme? So you put in Tom Buck in YouTube and you find him. If you're not on Rumble, I would recommend you get on Rumble too, Tom. I'm loading up my videos there also because I just don't trust these guys anymore. I don't know what they're thinking at any particular time. So Charles is talking to Lewis, and he said, hey Lewis, I got a killer bargain today. Bought a $1,000 Manfrotto tripod with the fluid head for $100. Whoa, I'm jelly. I am jelly. Yes, that's awesome. You can live stream with upstream Vimeo. I feel the same way. Oh, you got eCam? It's like they kick you in the nuts. Like what's like more than a double of the price? That ain't right. Just ain't right. I don't know how you fly, okay, Charles, but for me, it is no good. No, I don't like that. You know, from 230 for the year or 240, I don't remember. All right, so if they brought it up to 300, that's a percentage. But $400? It's not exactly 400. It's 380 something. That's just rough. It's an increase that's not acceptable for their customer base. I'm not just balking at it because it's kind of like I can't afford it, okay? But I'm not gonna afford it at that price. I'm living on Social Security, okay? You know, it's basically, you know, too big of a thing for their, unless they just want to slim down the number of people they have. Maybe there's too much support that they've got to take care of. So they decided those people that don't want to pay that, let them go. And it's obviously the choice that they made. Woody says, hi Woody, I closed out my Rumble account, just didn't get into it. Well, I just opened one up so that I have a backup. Remember what I was talking about, backups? So if for some reason I get clobbered, I have my stuff already up at Rumble, ready to go. So any of you guys that are on Rumble, look up PeterGregg, and you subscribe over there. So, Mr. Camry, what a deal, Charles Richard. Yeah, you're not kidding. Yes, eCam raised their price. You're not kidding. Two, you're not kidding. Windex is behind the red gift box on the piano. I don't even know where I put it, but you're right. Hey, Lewis wins one. This is a win for Aiden. There it is. It's the Windex bottle. I guess I moved it up here when I went to dust all this and put a little furniture polish. And Lewis thought I hit it. But Lewis, you won. Hey, you won for the night. Wait, where's that applause button? I'm going to lose my applause button too. Oh, that's for Lewis and Aiden. If it wasn't for Aiden, Lewis would not have been able to find that. So congratulations, Lewis. So Eric is in the room. Hello, everybody. How are you, Eric? It's so good to see you. We're in January the 15th. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if it's cold there. This is my beauty shot. Okay. What am I, on the phone? Hello? 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 Mr. Camera Junkie is talking to Tom Buck, and he's also talking to Charles, and Charles is talking to Lewis. It was my late Christmas present. That was an awesome Christmas present. And then we go down to Joe Martin. What is your opinion as far as software? anything that I want in the world. What is my opinion as far as software? Hi, Joe. How are you doing? I'm sure I was talking about something interesting at the time, but it's so discombobulated in terms of connecting up that, who do I got here? I got Mr. Camera Junkie. I need to turn him off. There we go. Off. Goodbye. And so what is your opinion as far as software? So if you could clarify that, you could either be asking about for streaming, for recording, for correcting pictures in like Lightroom, for fixing up your videos. That's 4 areas that I could think of software. I could expand that and make it much more fun, like what music software, Logic Pro. I would like to use Logic Pro. What dating software? None. That's all. It's a comedy act. So anyway, I like Ecamm, obviously. The problem with Ecamm is the price has gone out of the roof. So what software would I use? I would use OBS if I wanted to stay with the Mac. I understand that XSplit Broadcaster one day will be coming over to the Mac system. I think I clicked too many buttons here. Let's go back to the Z6. Let's go to the ZV, the Z6. So something has got discombobulated. So this says A7C. Oh, we are on the A7C. And this says Z6, but we are on the A7C. So I think I was clicking around when I shouldn't have been clicking around. Okay. And the ZV and the S3. Okay. All right. We're back in business. So where was I? I was making fun of Joe's question. So here, XSplit Broadcaster is supposed to be coming over to here, meaning the Mac side. OBS Broadcaster is here, and it's free. If you're willing to spend a little time to learn it, then I would go with OBS because they're not going to raise the price on you. Not that I know of. So if you're on the Windows side, again, OBS, but if you want a little step above OBS, it would be XSplit Broadcaster, and they're cheap. The price for that is cheap. And I like it because the keyboard, the number on the keyboard becomes like a quick, like camera 1, you push 1, camera 2, you push 2. So I kind of like that for the XSplit. But it's not available for the Mac yet. And if you're not going to stream in 4K and you can deal with 1080 and even 720, then you got, what is that, Streamlabs, where you go right through the website up on your browser. So my research on that, Joe, to be honest, it was not as deep as it should have been. Okay, so I'm just trying to think real quick on my feet that I do it. David says, thanks for the song. Thanks for the memories. Charles says, yes, Louis, 90% discount. Norm is in the room. Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. How you doing, dear Norm? I need to lower this so that I don't do something and get Norm to damage himself. Norm, wake up, but don't fall and hurt little Norm, because I won't be able to live with myself if I know that I've crippled you forever. So why don't I lower the volume on that? No, because I do want to do the applause. Look who's in the room. It's Norm. See? It works both ways. And Norm is giving me the peace sign, and David is saying hi to Norm. And Charles is, I'm going to pass out. Oh, I'm going to pass out flyers in the senior citizens home and advertise Peter's channel. So, Peter, get some Frankie songs ready. I I left my heart. That's not a Frank Sinatra song. What is it? My kind of town. Chicago is. I thought you were going to pass out. It says, I'm going to pass out. Do you know any? We have a doctor in the house? Oh, wait, that is the doctor. What do we do now? Whoa! We've got a Santa in the house. Wait, Charles, were you making fun of me? I'll come after you. I'll give you a shot. You won't forget. Grease says, Peter, love you. I know, I saw that before. I love you too. I love you. Sagapo, sagapo, sagapo. There's a song that says, I love you, I love you, I love you. Charles says, it's beginning to look a lot like China. I was going to say a car, like I could speak Chinese, Toyota, Nissan, but that's not from China. I don't know of a China. Yeah, I do know a car that comes from China. Cadillac, Buick, they come from China now. Did you know that? Cadillac's got most of its construction over there. What is that? Aaron, what? Set back? What are you talking about? You knew that, Aaron. Hi, Aaron. There you are. I was wondering where you went. There you are, Aaron. And you sent it back? Yes. I did my video earlier the week. And then I packed up the Mac Mini and I sent it back. And then I think it was Wednesday? Well, whatever day, the day after, or whatever, that when it got posted, AT&T went down for the entire state of Florida. I thought it was a conspiracy where they shut down the internet. I went out with my flashlight looking everywhere to see if there was something on the road going on. But no internet, no telephone, no television, no nothing, no communications. And it lasted all day long. And you know something? AT&T never explained it, or I never found where they made an explanation. So after we got back on, then I basically uploaded my video. So are you going to do some videos like that guy I sent you? I want to see those licks. There's a guy on YouTube, and I forgot his name, and even if I knew it, I can't pronounce it. But it's basically what happens when your mother tells you to clean your room, or something like that. And then he'll do like a 20 to 40 second of amazing guitar picking. Okay, it's modern. It's not like old style or anything, but he's very good. All right, and it's the way he names it. It starts with the letter I. His name starts with the letter I. So I sent it to Aaron because I thought it was cool. Aaron says, what was the rant about? I got here. Oh my God. Aaron, we covered so much tonight. I got mad at Amazon. I got mad at Google. I threw Amazon out. There's no links to Amazon underneath no more. No more. Okay. Then we got into what if somebody asks you, not you, okay, well maybe you, to take pictures at a wedding. And I got all into that. I think I must have spent 30 minutes on that. Golly gee whiz, Batman. So then we did that. Oh, I forgot. We had a whole section on sous vide cooking. That was my favorite part, honestly, because I was thinking about tomorrow night. I'm going to my brother's house for his birthday, and we're having a tomahawk steak. So I'm basically getting a steak like a lollipop, a steak on a stick. It's 2-inch thick ribeye with the single bone still attached. And he's cooking it sous vide. So David says, I had just completed the last video. You mean watching it? Well, well, Woody, Norm, I missed the show again today. No. Aaron, no more eCam? Well, until my subscription runs out, yes. but I have to look up and see, but I'm not going to pay $400 to renew it. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to the Randy computer and we're going to lose the red thing. I'm just going to basically talk like this. So Aaron says no more eCam, and then you'll have to look over to the right, okay, because it kind of like shows you the comments on the right side. And I'll say no more eCam for me after at that price range, which is almost like a doubling the price. Woody says, Norm, I missed the show again. David Crook says, I just completed the last video, so it's going to look like that because they're going to shut it off when I don't pay. It's not like I can continue, okay? I don't own it. I paid for the year. It was $240, and now it's almost $400. That's a very substantial raise, and unless I have a change of heart, I'm not going to do it. I just posted a video on Peter's Facebook channel using my choice of streaming software. Tell me the truth. Tell me what you think. Well, you guys will have to go over and look because I can't go over and look now. Well, we'll be finished by 12, so then we can go at that time. So David says, this evening I had the 6th anniversary of my meetup and did a Zoom meeting with about 15 of my members. That's pretty good. That's I don't even have 15 in here. Gave away a gift card in the photo competition. It was fun. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Next Friday, we do have a photo competition. It's a pet. And if you don't have a pet, just an animal. Okay, but preferably your pets. You'll upload them on YouTube and do put a little notation because we're getting some pretty good activity in there, so I'll know which ones to pull down for the contest. Just say, this is my picture for the contest. You can put up to 3 pictures. You can even put up the winning picture if you want. Norm is talking to Woody about Becky and Constantine. Did a review of the Nikon D lenses. Interesting. For the old timers and those who were discovering film. What do you mean? D lenses are not for the old timers. They're around. I got D lenses sitting right there. They don't go with the, they're the screw focus. Does anybody know? Raise your hands. Who knows what a screw focus is? That means the lens does not have an electronic motor to make whatever the focusing mechanism comes in and out. There's like a little screw drive, and when you mount the lens, the male part, you know, there's a male and a female. Okay, I don't want to get gross looking here. Okay, so when you mount the lens, the male mounts the female, and it's basically like a screwdriver, and it spins a motor. You can actually hear it going zzz, 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 okay, and that's a screw mount focus. And that's a D, and the older lenses have that. And when you get old enough where they didn't have autofocus at all, there's no mechanism in there to move to do the focusing other than the manual ring. Not that anybody asked. Woody says, thanks, Norm. Here's my buddy. I love Mark. How's it going, Peter? I'm enjoying a bottle of wine. No beer tonight? Editing some photos, charging my batteries, and watching you. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you had a great Christmas, a great New Year's. Did you get to see your dad? Did you go out for dinner with your dad one of those days? I hope you had fun with your friends. I know you said you went up. Where did you go? Up north somewhere. Or was it more to the east or west? It was more to the west. Okay. Anyway, I'm happy to see you here. I love you. Thanks for coming in. Mark is one of the winners of our contest. I was just saying the next contest is animals. Your pets is the #1 choice. Up to 3 pictures. Or if you don't have a pet, you can take pictures of your toes. No, I didn't say that. I'm just trying to see if you're paying attention. Of any kind of animals. Nothing gross. I don't want to see any dead animals. Any dead animals, I'm going to tell you right up now, I'm not entering them into the contest. Okay, this is the Christmas room. We're not doing gross, okay? Gross doesn't happen here. So back to my buddy, Mark. I wish you were around here. I'd give you a hug. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for writing to me in between. And I appreciate you. And I'm glad when you're in. And what are you doing? You're editing some pictures, charging your batteries. You're going out tomorrow and doing something interesting? Okay. Eric says, my stepbrother visited us from Utah, from Oklahoma. Today we did family pictures with another photographer. That's a great way to observe somebody working. Just keep your eye on him, see what he's doing, see how he does the poses. Posing is where it's all about. You can get a good pose, you know. You've got that cha-ching shot. That's the money shot. So I bet you had a good time. So you're in Utah. He came from Oklahoma. And today we did family pictures. Indoors or outdoors or both? I hope both. David says, my wedding photography tip is to have a shot list. Oh, you mean a picture list? I thought you were talking about shots, you know, whiskey and Coke. Yes, a shot list, especially if you don't know about shooting weddings and stuff. Sit there one night and create a shot list, which means the shot list would mean these are the pictures you need to take, and check them off as you take them. But don't look so obvious. Oh, let's see, what do I do next? I did this one, I did this one, I did this one. Okay. Maybe I was going a little bit too forward by saying, think of telling a story. Maybe like David is saying, maybe a shot list would actually be, it's a picture list. Pictures I have to take list. Maybe David's suggestion is actually better. Thank you, David. I'm going to add that into my course. Have a shot list. And I might even in my course give a suggested shot list. And you might be able to go, Bob, if you're still here, if you didn't fall asleep, and look for suggested shot lists where they give the list as a starting point. Good point, David. Good point. You know what? You get applause for that. Just for that wonderful, wonderful suggestion, we give David a round of applause. Excellent, young man. Excellent. Mario, how are you? Hello to you. It's still January. Happy New Year, Mario. Tomorrow night, you're going to spend some time with Louis, right? Yes. Are you in Miami or did you go to Colombia? Where did you go? Where did you go? There you are. Randy, can you tell? It's my new slogan. There you are. If I find my finger, oh, there you are. When I lose my toast at breakfast, there you are. Randy, you're supposed to be on the road. Hello, everyone. Randy is in where? Glockamora? How are things in Glockamora? Is that little brook still leaping there? He's not in Glockamora. Randy is, where is Randy? Randy is in Arizona, the battleship Arizona. He is visiting relatives out there, and he left his little puppies at home, but he's got somebody to babysit them. So how you doing, Randy? I'm glad did I speak to you? I didn't call you, but I chatted with him in the text. Norm says, where is the Windex? Louis found it. Louis is the Windex winner. Louis is the Windex wiener, okay? What camera am I on? The wrong one. You won't be able to see it. Let me change cameras real quick, Norm. Hold on, Norm. Hold on. Turn your hearing aid up, Norm. Turn your hearing aid up a little. There you go. I changed cameras so I could show you the Windex. I moved it from here, okay, because I wanted to silent night, holy night, all is calm. I wanted to clean this with the pledge I have pledged. So I picked it up from here and I moved it to here. And after I did the pledge, I forgot to put it back. May the Windex stay there for a while, but I will have to dust again when I clean the floor. Okay, that's my explanation. That's my explanation. Norm says we got 7 wrenches on board. I forgot all about that, Norm. I can't see that here. So I don't remember. I know I just nailed them one after the other one night when Louis was getting hammered, because I can't do it while I'm live. I have to wait to go off. And then by then I forgot. So we got set. Okay, good. Then this room is safe. This is a safe room. If we got, God forbid, anybody comes hammering in here, they're going to get blown from here to kingdom come. This water is sweating, so I don't want a wet desk over here. So I'm just going to wipe that. I should have a coaster. I should have, if Sly was in here, she would correct me. Where's your dang coaster? I don't think she gets back from work till 11:30, 12 o'clock. Oh, we're almost at 12. We're going off at 12. So we've got 19 in the room, and do we have 19? Yep, we got 19 in the room and 22 thumbs up. Somebody accidentally hit the thumbs down. Probably Gary Frost. Ooh, who is that? I don't know. But I can see, yes I can. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. You know what? When I sign off tonight at midnight, don't leave, okay? Give me about 10 minutes. I'm going to fire up the Randall Tower, and come back on. Not for us to kibitz like we're doing now, okay? I need to figure out how to get the chat to show up in the window. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves when I do that, and I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get it up. So I won't be really paying attention to you that much. The show will be over, and then when I'm done fixing that up, I'll just delete that because it's not going to be a very nice looking video, okay? So let's remind me so I don't just leave here and go to bed. So Norm says 19 in the room, 19 thumbs up. That's perfect. We got 22 thumbs up. So I'll see your 19 and raise you 3. Boom. There we go. Norm says it's on top of the piano behind the red Christmas present. You're right, except like an hour ago. Lewis found it there. Mario says, hi Peter, would you consider streaming your live streams into other platforms simultaneously? There's a trend to leave the nasty parties. Yeah, I'm kind of caught in that right now, Mario. I do have a Rumble account, just in case for some unknown reason I get caught up in this thing that they're doing of censoring whatever the hell they want to censor, and not knowing why. And I'm not a big enough account where I would have anyone to even question it with. So I have Rumble, but I don't think I can live stream on Rumble. But I know I can live stream on, Facebook. But Facebook is participating in the nasties, like you're saying. So let's just give that a little time to flatten out. After we have Inauguration Day, things might calm down and maybe go back to normal, or you might see some things get elevated. I don't know what's going to happen. I do keep my ear to the ground. I'm interested in that kind of stuff. So there's so many conspiracy theories that are floating around out there now. Even I, of all people, I even have my own theories. No, don't ask, because I'm not telling them. But I'll tell you something interesting. How many people we got in here? Oh, we got 18 people. I wanted to do this more quietly. You know how the Christian people will get prophecies and stuff, and I always go like, why doesn't God ever talk to me? It's like, why? God told me that next Tuesday, the boat from the left side of the river will actually raise 4 inches. And they go, oh, I had a vision from God. Now, I'm not making fun, okay? I'm not making fun of those people. But I mean, I pray every night. I don't deserve it. I'm not saying I'm deserving of anything. I'm just wondering why God never chose to tell me anything. It's like my area of interest is what they call eschatology, or whatever the name. It's a big fancy name, but means I like to study the end times. how things are going to unfold in the end. What does the Bible say about different things in different countries and different areas of the planet and stuff like that without other people's interpretation? I like to study that, okay? And yet, nothing. God's got nothing to say to me. I worry that when I go to pray at night, because I pray for you guys every night, and I pray for me too, okay? And I'm worried that when God, he goes, oh, here comes Peter, everybody hide, everybody hide. So it's like, God, it's me again, hello? So I pray for you guys and this and that. Now, I never asked, to be honestly, I never asked God to give me a prophecy or, something to that effect, other than maybe a curiosity on maybe some particular topic. I'm not even sure. Okay. All right. So why did I bring all that up? I brought that up because I was laying in my bed in December. And in December, I remember the date. It was December 15th. And all of a sudden, my mind started to run at the best way to explain it is like 200 miles an hour. I know a lot of you are not at a place where you could feel the ocean, but sometimes when you go into the ocean, the power of the ocean can actually lift you up and move you 40 feet, okay? Especially if you're coming back up to the shore, a good wave that you're not prepared for will take you all the way up to the shore. No walking necessary. You just go with the flow. You're just going with it. So my mind did that. And I can't say it scared me, to be honest with you, but it was kind of like my eyes were open and I tried to go like, wait, and I'm thinking. So there's now dual thinking going on inside here. All right. So I'm thinking, what is this? And yet my mind was going on, made complete a whole thing. It was shocking. It was extremely shocking. So I'd have to say, I think I received a prophecy. Okay. So I wasn't super smart. It took me about 3 days to decide I better write this down. Okay. And it wasn't too short. It was 2 pages worth of stuff. So I did write it down. It's not something I would want to share. I would never share anything like that unless God told me, now you go tell people. Okay. He didn't do that. So I learned the hard way. Okay. I'm 67, 68 years old. Okay. That I have a big mouth. And God has taught me that over the years. He basically said, Peter, you have a big mouth. So I took that as a hint, kind of like loose lips sink ships. So I try to not blurt everything out because God will speak in my heart and in my mind as I'm studying a certain passage in the Bible. Okay. And he'll enlighten me. And it's like I'm not having a vision and he's not talking to me. It's not, hello, God, how are you? There you are. It's not like something like that. It's just something will unfold. And I know it's God that put it there. Okay. I was having communion one day and I didn't ask any questions, but I got an answer to a question I didn't ask. Okay. And it was like I'm receiving, and communion, you guys that don't do communion, there's something, it's called the body and the blood of Jesus, okay? And you pray and you spend time alone with God and you receive communion. So all of a sudden, I'm not thinking, I hear a loud voice, not in my ears, okay? So don't be coming with the straitjackets, guys, all right? I hear a loud voice in my ear, in my heart, not in my ear. There was no other way. And you want to know something? I felt my blood go cold. I'm just sharing, okay? You guys don't want to assign me to the loony bin? I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, okay? So that crap doesn't scare me. I'm just sharing because somebody might be interested. There was no other way. So after I got over the shock of realizing God said something in my heart, I can't call me anything other than stupid. S-T-U-P-I-D, all capital letters. My response was, are you sure? I'm embarrassed to even share this story, but we're among friends, okay? This is family. You got my back. All you guys with the wrenches, be careful, because somebody might come in here and shoot at me with double barrels, okay? So are you sure there was no other way? So for you guys that don't know what we're even talking about, me and God, okay, I'm receiving communion. Jesus came as God and as the Son of God, which that itself is a mystery, okay? The Messiah from the Jewish terminology, Yeshua, all right? And he came to be the Lamb of God. Because the families back in the old days, they would take their best unblemished lamb to the priest, to the rabbi, and they would put that lamb up to be sacrificed, and that lamb would take the sins of that man and his family, and the man would put his hands on the lamb, and the sins from the man get covered by the righteous or the beauty or the perfectness of that lamb. Then they would kill the lamb. There's a special procedure in the Jewish tradition where they cut a certain vein right here, so it's painless. This is not a torture session of animals, okay? And then when the lamb died, it would get cleaned and roasted. And a certain portion would go to the priesthood, all the rabbis in the temple. And the family would would eat the rest of the roasted lamb. So this is a picture of when God came to the sacrifice session. He didn't bring a lamb, he brought his son, a human, okay? And when Jesus was crucified, and that process, all of the sins of the world outside of time, okay, so it's past, present, and future. I wasn't there at the time, so I couldn't have sinned anything yet. So it couldn't have been my sins unless he stepped out of time and he took all the sins from all time and put them on Jesus. And then Jesus is claimed in the Bible to be the Lamb of God. You guys know the story if you paid attention at all. Even if you pay attention to people that don't believe anything, they still know the basic stories, okay? So, and Jesus took our sins, and he wasn't roasted physically with fire, but God's anger and the fire of God's anger came on Jesus, and the world turned black, pitch black at noon. This was the fire of God that came and destroyed all the sins. And then when it was done, Jesus said, "It is finished." And then he chose to put his head down, and it says he gave up the ghost. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm receiving communion. And God said there was no other way. And I'm going like, wait a minute. Are you sure there was no other way? He had to die? It seems, extreme. And then I tried to think of all different kinds of scenarios. And I came to the conclusion, brilliantly, that God was right. There is no other way. Even if he started over, what if we went for like 100 or 1,000 years and nobody sinned? Well, on the year 1001, somebody sinned. Starts the whole process all over. Well, what if God didn't make it? What if God made it so we couldn't sin? Well, that's where free choice comes in. God wants a family. That's the whole purpose of us. Okay, so imagine having a son or a daughter where they have no choice. Go clean your room. Yes, Daddy. Goes cleans his room. That kid's going to grow up to be boring as hell. Okay, you'll have basically a robot. So God gave us free will. So I honestly gave it stupidly. I really have to nail myself down to the word stupidity. I really gave it some thought. And I was not able to come out with a legal, not a witchcraft, real way, okay? Man needs to have choice, and he needs to make any choice that he's allowed to make, okay? And if he sins, there's consequences that go with it. Sins means you purposely choose to go against what your parents said. God is our parent, okay? And it's like, nah, in your face, God. All right, that type of thing. That's a sin. If you don't think it, try it. See what happens, okay? So God told me that, and that's what happened. So I interact with God like that. But a prophecy, a 2-page prophecy, So what I'm thinking now is I'm thinking I need to actually record it and put it up on YouTube so I have a date. Because it's quite specific. It's the type of prophecy, either I got it right or ain't nothing there. It's a pile of ink on paper, okay? So let's say it comes out right. What am I going to say? Oh! How many of you in this room would actually believe me? Okay, if I said, you know, God told me that? Yeah, right, Peter. What hospital are you in now? We want to come visit you. What floor are you on? So I'm thinking, and get back to serious, I'm getting into a clowning mood tonight, don't I? I'm thinking of actually making a video and just have it there so I can document it. Because I was never told to share it, and I would never share it, okay, unless God specifically impressed it on my heart to share it, okay? But then how would I prove it? I mean, imagine me going to Norm, okay? Norm is my resident Judah friend. I don't know what part of Israel you're and I'm going, you know, God, Norm. Wake up, Norm. God gave me a prophecy, Norm. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, I'd like to hear this one, Peter. You know. And when did you get this prophecy? Oh, in December. For me, it was December 15th. Yeah, right. That came to you on December 15th. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with that. It is a little, no, it's a lot to handle, okay? I have a hard time believing it myself. And it came through my brain. So something must have brought that up. Oh yeah, it was Mario. That was all Mario's fault. So if you don't like everything I said, it was Mario's fault, okay? Go pick on Mario. Okay, because Mario brought up the fact that we might have a platform problem. All right, and so the platform problem, you never know where it's going to be. So I am on Rumble. And if you got any suggestions, Mario, I'm open. You know, I'm not keen into getting into all these controversies. I'm much more interested in enjoying you guys, our friendship. And if you guys let me have my own way of thinking, I let you have your own way of thinking. And for those that it really bothers, that means there's the door. Really, how many people do I have in here? I'm not the biggest, 22. I'm not the biggest YouTube channel on YouTube, in case you guys haven't noticed. There are a few more that are bigger than me. So, Mario is the one that started me and made me retell my secrets. I didn't want to tell my secrets. Mark says, I did wedding photography for 3 years. Never again. Did you get burnt a little bit, Mark? Did you have a little bit of a flame get under your seat? Yes, it's a tough thing. And not only that, brides are getting worse. I mean, look on TV, you got bridezillas, and it's like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with that. That's like terrible, terrible, terrible. So, and let's see, that's Mark, my buddy Mark. I love Mark. Bob Asbury. Bob is the one that started my rant on how to take a wedding and photograph it as a friend. And I hope that was helpful. Well, let's see what he says. Peter, thank you so much. I'm going to watch this a couple of times before the big day. You're the best. No problem. Don't be scared. I forgot to leave that part out, Bob. Don't be scared. Relax. Start taking pictures 2 or 3 days before the wedding, just to be in a picture state of mind. Take a picture of the rabbit that moved. Take a picture of the roach that you're about to kill. Take a picture of your scrambled eggs in the plate. Take a picture of your wife, your ex-wife, your girlfriend, everybody. Okay, and by the time you go to the wedding, you're already let me at it. I'm here to hunt bear. I'm ready to take pictures. So you're welcome, Bob. David says only another 4.5 hours to go. And what's that, before you go to the bathroom? You can go to the bathroom now, David. You can go. I'll give you a pass. I'll give you a hall pass. No, I'm ending this at 12. Oh, it's past 12. Okay. Well, let me see if I can make it down to the end of this list. It's going to be very interesting. I talked about so many things. I'm probably about 45 minutes behind. So I'm going to see comments about something I talked about 40 to 50 minutes ago, and I'm going to go like, oh my God, I wish I never said that. Oh my God, I wish I never said that. Oh, I might have gotten somebody pissed off by saying that. So you guys should know I never want to aggravate or hurt anyone intentionally or unintentionally. That's not my motive. I do get into sharing, and like God told me, I have a big mouth. So sometimes I should keep quiet. So Lewis says, PeterGregg Live just said jelly. As hashtag Miami Life. Well, that I use that for jealous. I hear the kids saying that, you're jelly, you're jelly. Is that a Miami thing? Because the grandkids use that all the time here. Leo says, good morning from Germany. Kalimera, Germany. I'm saying good morning to you in Greek. How are you? Good morning, Germany. Leo, how are you? I am so grateful and glad and happy that you're here. So, I forgot we got new people coming in. If I insulted anybody, I didn't mean it. Honest Injun. I was just letting my mouth run a little bit, and maybe a little bit too much. Okay? But maybe it was good. Maybe I learned. Zip it. Or maybe we needed to share. So Mr. Camera Junking is saying good morning to Leo. Norm said, Lewis beat me to the Windex by an hour and 15 minutes. Well done, Mr. Camera Junkie. Yeah, I think he was up when you were sleeping, Norm. Or you were out. What's that girlfriend you got? I shouldn't say that. She doesn't come in here, does she? Says, how are you, Norm? To Mr. Camera Junkie. Becky. I'm just teasing when I say girlfriend. I know she's not your girlfriend, okay? So, but I bet I got your attention. Like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Why would he say that? My wife is sitting right here. I just did it in a teasing. Pretend we're in high school, Mrs. Norm. Pretend we're in high school and there's an idiot kid that's sitting there. Well, I'm that idiot kid. I shouldn't have said that. Okay? Norm doesn't have a girlfriend. Mrs. Norm, but doesn't. Do you, Norm? Do you have a girlfriend? Shh, don't say anything. Randy said, so would you either go OBS on a PC or a Mac? I would have to say I would hope not to go to OBS, but if I had to, it could be on either one. Now, the good thing is, Randy in Arizona, on the Randall Tower, I don't have to go to OBS because I got Broadcaster, which is basically OBS with an overlay over it. It's like a helper. So I don't have to go to OBS. Now, over here on the Mac, first of all, I don't know on OBS if I can actually turn off the other cameras like I'm doing here. See over here where it says Options, Live Demo. Turn on Live Demo mode. Don't ask me this again, okay? I don't want that question. Okay, so when I go to cameras, I don't have it actually ingesting all. These are all cameras that I have connected. Okay, the Blackmagic, okay, is being seen on this computer as a camera. Then I've got the Decklink Quad, camera 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have the built-in camera that's built into the iMac. Okay, so OBS and Ecamm naturally comes with all of those cameras being ingested and processed. That's a lot of weight on the processor. So I don't know if OBS allows me to turn that off. When I asked that question in the forums, they said no. Now, the guy that answered it might not have been right. However, on Ecamm, I am now only processing the Sony a7S III. And if I switch to another camera, like the Nikon Z6, okay, it actually is now processing this camera and not the A7 III. So on this computer, I would probably have to go to OBS, what I don't want to do. I think I should shut this off. It'll make it more enjoyable for you guys. Okay, so I did turn that off. Okay, so that was who? Randy? How come I don't? Oh, I see him. So would you go either OBS on a PC or a Mac? If I'm going OBS, I'm moving over to the PC. I can get 4K like a hot knife through butter over there. Why should I fight over here or have to spend another $900 to $1,200 to get the Mac to do it when the Randy computer is sitting right there and it does it perfectly? No questions asked. And it even says thank you. Lewis, I'm good for an old smart tart. There we go. I'm good for an old tart. How are you? And Mario says, hi, Mr. Camera Junkie. Leo says, hi, Mr. Camera Junkie. I love your channel. Ah, Lewis, you getting some love over here, buddy. Where am I talking? Over there. So, Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis says hello to Mario, saying hi to Leo. He's saying, are you feeling better, Randy? Hopefully you are doing well. Leo, my name is Lewis. Nice to meet you. And Lewis is saying hi to Aaron, Short Music. How are you? We got a little meeting going on here. Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie's name is Lewis. That's his. You don't go up and say, hey, Mr. Camera Junkie. Well, you can. Okay, but that's not the name his mother gave him when he was born. Okay, his name is Lewis, and he has a son named Aiden. So Aiden is a cute little kid. I love him, and I think he's like 5 or 6 years old. And Mr. Camera Junkie has a channel, and he does exactly what I'm doing. He gets on and talks. He can stay on track. So on Lewis's channel, you're not going to get Christianity and how to cook with hot water and what else did I get into? There must have been more than that. I'm sure I got myself in trouble. Okay. Did I do politics tonight? I hope not. What else? So I did sous vide. Oh, how to shoot a wedding if you're just asked to shoot the wedding. You're not going to get that there. He's going to tell you about good deals on your camera, what camera you should buy, which is the #1 question, and all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, by the way, Lewis, if you're still on, Evan broke his camera, so I told him to connect up with you. I told him to call me, but he didn't. So I told him, well, maybe he's afraid to call me, okay? So I told him to connect up with you, that you fix electronics. He's 13 years old, so we want to be a little gentle there, okay? I'm sure he's upset that he dropped the camera and broke it. Okay, I know. Scolding should be there and all that. But still, if you love the kid, all right. He said that the ribbon on the LCD that you flip up, he's got an A6100, okay. He said that the ribbon got damaged. And I never got him on the phone to find out exactly what kind of damaged. Could have been just unplugged. It could have gotten cut or something to that effect. But maybe he might feel more comfortable talking to you than to me. So if he does, and you need any help from me, I'll be glad to help you. But if he wants to communicate with you, I'll just stay behind the scenes, okay? But let's help him if we can, because I love the kid. He's a fantastic kid, and he's got talent. He is a kid, though. Think of Aiden growing up and having a channel. I mean, he'll go off on tantrums and all stuff like that, but he is a future, okay? So if he contacts up with you or something, it's because I suggested to him to do that, and I'll try to help whatever way I can, or just stay out of it. You do whatever you want. Okay. So I wanted to tell you that earlier, and I forgot. Okay. David says upload to Facebook. Well, that's easy. They allow you to stream at 1080 or even 4K. But when you're done, I think they drop it down to 720. Nikon is no longer going to manufacture D lenses. That's a shame, but they have to promote the newer lenses. Yeah, they're over on the new platform. But the D lenses, there's millions of them out there. I've got some D lenses here, and they would be manual focus lenses on my Nikon. kind of like if I put an adapter on there. There's no focus. You got to do it manually. But they're really good lenses, like the 85 1.4. Woo! What a wonderful lens. Leo says, I'm still waiting for my Christmas present. The MacBook Pro M1. Oh, you got the 13-inch? Cool. Now that's a present to be waiting for. That is going to be awesome. And I just learned something. OMC, or is it OWC? Whatever the famous one, the big one. Okay, I think it's OWC. They make a Thunderbolt 4, it's $150, hub. And I think they're the only one that has a Thunderbolt 4 hub yet. It even has a light on top that lights up OWC, which is the name of the company. And people are complaining, it's too bright and this and that. And there's like a hole that a paper clip goes in. And every time you push the paper clip in the hole, it dims the light until it goes out completely. And you push it again, it starts at bright. So it cycles through the brightness. But the interesting thing is it gives you 3 Thunderbolt ports from a single Thunderbolt port, plus whatever else may be on there. Might be an HDMI or something like that. And it is Thunderbolt 4.0, and it will drop down to 3.0. So you might want to look into that while you're waiting for your Christmas present to come, Leo. Eric says it was only outdoors. They will be pretty because they were mountain scenery behind us. That's cool. If there's anything that you can post it up on PeterGregg Live group. I'd like to see the family pictures. Mark says, I'm charging my batteries because I'm going to take some photos for my friend and his wife. They're revealing that they are expecting. That's cool. When she gets more showing and stuff, you can do some of the pregnancy pictures too. You can do intimate ones and then just regular ones. A good guy to look at, my favorite photographer in the whole world, and his name is, now I forgot his name. It's Mautner, M-A-U-T-N-E-R. I don't agree with him politically, and he definitely verbalizes, but man, that guy can take pictures. He is amazing, and he considers himself, and I consider him, friends with each other. As a matter of fact, when I joined Nikon for the Nikon Professional Services, he sponsored me. So I think it's Matt Mautner. So you can try to find some of his pregnancy pictures. They're super outstanding, better than outstanding. They're stunning. So Norm, that's not Norm. There he is. Wedding tips, posing and lighting are the key to success. Also choosing the f-stop for bokeh effects. But remember that some shots have to be sharp so people can see themselves in the background. Yeah, a lot of people try to get into like what I'm doing here. Everything behind me is out of focus, okay? But 80% or more of your pictures should be like this. Okay, where I'm in focus and you can see Aunt Molly and Mabel. Okay, if Mabel was in the background, you could see them because that's important to them. In order, see, I don't like it that low. I like it to be higher. Like that. See, that camera has a, this is from Randy, okay? It's got the zoom button built on there and it zooms, and that's a little ZV-1. So, yep, take to heart what Norm just said, because Norm is spot on. Still in Miami till the end of February. Good. You stay here. Be safe. Let's go over to that blurred background. Peter likes the blurred background. I can't help it. Raymond says, Nikon is going to be Nigon soon. That's a good one. I'm going to have to steal that from you, Raymond. I'll try to give you credit here and there, but after a while, the credit part will fade out. But Nikon will become Nigon. Darn, the foghorn knocked me off the couch again. Now I'm wide awake. Good. If you're going to be here with me, when you're going to ride in the truck, stay awake. So Lewis is saying, Ha 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 ha. Ah, there she is. There's our girl. It's Sly. Sly and the family Greggies. Hi, Sly. I say hi, Sly. I say hi, how are you tonight? Yes, I change the song when I get too close to that little fingerprint. But I want to sing to you and say hello. Hello again, hello. Hello, my dear Sly, hello. I'm so glad you got home safe from work here tonight. Are you cooking and eating something interesting? What are you eating? What did you have? I'm a little hungry. I made black beans tonight. In my Instant Pot I put a bag of black beans. I washed them first and they told me to look for rocks. I never knew there'd be rocks in my beans, but I checked. I didn't find any old rocks. So I put them in my Instant Pot, but yes, I washed them first. 'Cause I thought if I didn't wash them, Sly, you'd slap my hand. And then I filled the pot with water, about an inch over the beans. I put them in for 25 minutes. Oh, I did put a little salt and pepper. And after 25 minutes, I took them out, and let me tell you, they were really surprisingly good. But I had no white rice, so I just stuck them on my spaghetti, and it wound up tasting real good anyway. Hi there, Sly, are you hungry now? Make some toast. Put a little strawberry preserves on there. And if you got a little American cheese, put it on the toast while it's warm. Then fold it and dip it in your coffee or milk. I get happy when I see Sly come in. I want to sing something to her, and darn if I don't. So Sly actually had a lot less words than I have. Hi, everybody. Hello, you all, your beautiful Greggies. Good crowd tonight. Yep, we got a crowd. Let's see, that was Sly. Scotty, what happened to your avatar? You can't you run the show till 1 a.m.? I had some questions, but I can't remember them. No. I'm going to log off and say goodnight, and then I'm going to turn on the Randy Tower. Probably take about 10-15 minutes. I have to take a leak in between. And then I want to figure out how to get this chat to show up on the window, and I can't tell it. I can't do it unless I'm live. So when we're done, and I will play with that computer, and you guys can talk to each other, because I won't be able to come here and answer. I'm going to have to go to the desk and figure out what I'm doing. Old Timers has got me. No, it does not. Norm is talking to Raymond. Don't count Nikon out yet. They have too many fans to fight out of the business. Watch for new developments after the pandemic. And Scott comes out of left. He's heading down second base, and he goes right, Norm. And then Louie comes in. No, it's not Louie. It's Randy. Comes out of nowhere and says, Louie, Mr. Camera Junkie, can you help put on the chat room on the screen? Nope, don't want no help. Everybody tries to put their 2 cents in and screws me up left and screws me up right. So I got it up. It just won't connect. So then Raymond comes in and says, Norm, you're probably right. I retract the soon part. Raymond makes a retraction, and here the game is on now, folks. The game is going, and he's going, wait. We go right. Scott said right. I was wondering where that word came from. Right out of Scotty's mouth, he says, right, Norm. And Randy says, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, can you help put that chat on the screen? Thank you, but no thanks. I'm not being rude. Raymond says, Norm, you're probably right. I retract the soon part. I don't know. This seems like deja vu. Yes, Randall Brander, I can help with OPS. Randy says, God, I've given each person a gift. Yes, God has. And Louis says, hi, Randy. Nope, he says, hi to Sly. Hi, Sly. That rhymes. I didn't realize it rhymed. All right, let's get off of my sugar high. Randy says, that's what I was saying. You are the man, Louis. And Norm says, good evening, Sly. Hi, Sly. And Mr. Camera Junkie is doing that. There was no other way for what? Oh, forget it. I'm not going back there, Norm. I got myself in trouble. I ain't going back down that block. Watch the tape. I'm so happy to see everyone here. I've been listening while I was driving. Peter has been on a roll tonight. Yes, I got every roll except the Tootsie Roll, and that's the one I wanted. I haven't had a Tootsie Roll in ages, or a Chunky. For those of you guys, these are old candies. And Tootsie Pops. Okay, so that's what made me think of that when you said that I'm on a roll. Or are you saying I gained weight? Yes, I understand there was no other way. Okay, that was quick. That was the easiest, quickest explanation I ever got. Randy says, okay, my parents want my attention. 1208 signing out. Good night, everybody. Tell your mom I said hi. She doesn't know who I am, but tell her Peter says hi from Miami. Good night, Randy. I hope you're having a good trip. He's actually driving somewhere. Not that kind of a trip, Slide. Just in case. Where's your coaster, Peter? I knew she'd get me. I have to be careful because I never know when Sly is lurking out there. It's like, where's the coaster? Thank you for reminding me. I got another little puddle going on here. I don't want it to see, the mic is right here. Okay, if anybody's interested, the mic is right here, and the cup is like maybe 4 or 5 inches from the mic. So I don't want this thing to sweat and get water. So the obvious answer is a coaster. So guess who I figured would say that. Was I right or was I right? Sly wants to know where the coaster is. Well, she got me. She nailed me to the wall. Good night, Randy. And that comes from Mr. Cameron. Randy is one of the most popular guys in the room. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Norm. Peter, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Yeah? Ask him for some patience. You'll see some mysterious ways. You may well have had a revelation. We are open to concepts far beyond the realm of humanity. Norm, I'm still trying to get to the level of humanity. I haven't even gotten there yet, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. So you guys keep me in your prayers. I need to be human. Am I a real man? Really? There was one kid waking up out of anesthesia, and when these kids wake up out of anesthesia, they say the weirdest things. And the kid goes, it took a while to figure out why he was saying it. But before you figured out why he was saying it, it's like, oh my God, what's wrong? There's this boy, is he like somebody, yelling at him or something? He goes, am I a boy? Am I a real boy? And then his mother goes, of course you are, honey. Am I a real, honest to God, a real boy? And I felt like just grabbing the kid and hugging him. So the story is they changed some parts in his knee. And the word bionics apparently got into his thinking system. So maybe when you're on anesthesia, it got exaggerated. And he started to think, I'm a bionic boy. I'm not a real human boy, okay? But before you had that realization, which could have been 5 minutes later, you're going like, the poor baby, let me just, what is wrong with him, Where are those parents? So Mark says, I stopped doing weddings because the in-laws, oh God, thought they were my boss, and in 1 year I did 27 weddings and burnt myself out. Well, aside from the mother-in-law, MIL, that would burn you out too. I hope you made some good money though. Proud of you, Mark. I didn't know you did that many weddings. God bless you, young man. Yes, brides are usually nice. It's their moms, Momzilla, that had impossible expectations. I would tell you something I did once, but you would change your opinion of me. I'll give you a little hint. Their wedding suddenly became totally unavailable. If you're not happy with it, I'm giving you a refund. No pictures, nothing. Suddenly the pictures become very valuable. You know, at first it's the angry reaction. You can't do that, taking you to court, all that kind of stuff. But you learn after so many years. People just try to wear you down. It's unbelievable. And the meanness that they do is just, it's just befuddles me. I've been waiting all night to use that word, so give me a second, okay? It just befuddles me. I was so befuddled at this one mother-in-law. Okay, that's out of my system now. Okay, so, yes. You guys like to talk about weddings? We can do more of that. Not tonight though. Was thinking about buying the Mac Mini 16 gigabyte RAM. That's why I sent the one back. I figured if I'm going to keep this thing, I don't want the 8, I want the 16. And it's $200 more. So I sent this one back. And in my time of having a fit, of getting angry with Apple, news came out that the M1X is about to be put onto the silver platter. So I'm probably now going to wait for that because I'd rather have the M1X. I'd rather have the higher processing power. So Leo says, for my MacBook, I'm still looking for a 32-inch monitor. Can you recommend one? I think Dell floats up near the top right now. I'm not saying it's the top, but I think the Dell 3227 or whatever they've got, their middle range monitor, is one of the ones that I keep seeing that name pop up over and over and over. So I would take a look into that. Some of the guys here might know better. Here's Mark. There you are. There's Mark. Hello all. I've been absent for a while to your shows. Striking a deal with... who are you talking to? Mighty storm here in Brisbane right now. So, what is it? What is it that you're working on, Mark? I guess it's not public, but makes me curious. What are you working on? Leo, I have two LG 32-inch monitors. I highly recommend them. There you go. I was waiting for someone to chime in, and there we get the cream of the crop. She chimes right in. She's got two 32-inch LG monitors, and you want to know something? I heard that they're very good also. Good for you, Sly. Thank you. Mr. Camera Junkie Louie, PeterGregg, I'll be happy to help. Please let him know to contact me or go through you. I'm hoping he goes directly through you, okay? That's what I'm hoping happens. That it doesn't go through me, that it goes directly with you. And if you can't do it, don't raise unexpected expectations. It's just if you want to, you came to my mind because I would like to help the kid. If it's not possible, it is what it is. Rob, I just dropped $25 into your PayPal to fund Ecamm. Anyone else on board? Ecamm challenge anyone? Match me. I dare you. I double dip dare you. Well, I just ask you. So apparently, Rob used the donation button, which is under the video, to pay for Ecamm for the next year, which is going to be under $400. If you guys raise the funds, I'll pay for the year. It's just kind of high, don't you think, Rob? They went from $240, $245 to almost $400. That's a significant raise. Now, they do include a module for broadcasting, and they might be including that in there, okay? But they ought to give the people that don't do the broadcasting the ability to not pay that high amount. That's pretty stiff. So anybody that wants to meet Rob's challenge, that means you're giving me money. Just so we're not hiding anything behind the bushes. Go down below, you click on, what is it, Rob? Oh, donation or something like that. And it'll take you to PayPal. Pick any number you want and you can change it. So you can pick what you like. So Rob just put $25 in there. Thank you, Rob. And Rob is on the Patreon also. So Rob is like a major contributor. So I know we have Rob is on Patreon. I know Randy is on Patreon. I know Rob, Randy, Tom Buck is on Patreon. I know, I'm trying to think of it. I shouldn't have done that. I don't remember everybody's names. And then besides that, since I don't have super chats, there's a donation button. So Rob just used the donation button. Thank you, Rob. You're awesome. Thank you so much. It's a very humbling thing when somebody gives you money. Like, how do you say thank you and give the person the right amount of attention and not sound like off the wall or something? It's like you really are thankful, so all you can say is thank you. And I know I give to other YouTubers too, so it's a good feeling when you give on the other side of the aisle. So thank you, Rob. It's appreciated, and you know it's very appreciated. Joey, Peter, here I am. There you are. Joey, I was wondering, fashionably late, how was your week? Any new gear? No, I actually got less gear. Joey, I sent the Mac back because I want to upgrade to the 16 gigabytes because I had the 8. Because if you go to Apple and you go to order it, go to the Mac Mini and don't make any changes and look at the delivery date. It's the next day. The next day. So if I order whatever they have ready, it gets to me the very, very next day. But as soon as I make a change, I don't get it till the 2nd or 3rd week in February. Okay? So that's why I ordered the 8. If you go like, you might go like, why did you order the 8 gigabytes to begin with? Because at that time it was almost a month and a half, if not longer, to add any of the other ones. So I really wanted to see, does that Mac work or it didn't? The new Mac Mini with the silicon. Okay? And yeah, it worked. It worked pretty well. Actually, this computer's not doing too bad tonight itself, is it? You guys got any complaints about this computer on how it's doing? It's not too bad. I mean, there's some stuttering. If I go like this, now that I want it to stutter so I can show you, it's not gonna. Okay, so I'm telling you it's doing better. I didn't even check the temperature. We are at 55 degrees. And I'm not even using ice tonight. If you're still here, Randy, does that say 55? Yeah, because it just went to 56. No, 58. Okay, it's kind of hard for me to read. So it's not up in the 80s and the 90s like it used to be, but Randy made a lot of changes in this computer, okay? And I shut the computer down from processing 5 cameras or 4 cameras or 3 cameras. Now it's being forced to process 1 camera at a time, no ifs and or buts. So I'm down by 1 computer. We'll see what happens. Scott says, Peter, do you have any opinion on the Canon EF200 2.8 Mark II? I love telephoto lenses. They are so much fun. So the straight 200 millimeter f2.8, I think I had it in here for a year to a year and a half, and almost impossible to take a bad picture with it. The pictures are just that much fun to take. The lens is sharp. Did I mention it was sharp? It's super sharp. So just the whole thing is in your shopping abilities. Get a good buy. Get a good buy. Leo says, Sly, which of the LG monitors do you mean? Well, I think she said she's got 2 27-inch monitors. So if she chimes in, she might give you the model number. We'll see. Yep, I see it down there already. She's fast. She's fast. Joey is saying, I'm thinking of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. I'm thinking of getting a 35 prime for my 6100 based setup, mostly because I won't have to keep adjusting the kit lens. Well, I would suggest one of the 3 Sigma triplets. And that is the 16 millimeter 1.4, the 30 millimeter 1.4, or the 56 millimeter 1.4. Okay, so I would pick one of those three, or get all three. They sell them as a package deal, Joey, on what's their names? B&H. Okay, I have all three here. They came from Randy, and they're sitting right there on the desk. And they are excellent, amazing lenses. As a matter of fact, let me just tell you. Let me call you sweetheart. This one is, you see, this is one of the Sigma triplets. So this is the A7C Sony, and it's got the 56 millimeter 1.4 Sigma lens on there, and it is set to 1.4. So 16, 30, or 56. If you can't afford all three, which is about $1,100, pick one. And the 30 is the happy middle one to pick. So, and they works really good with the 6100. And here's Kippy. There you are. Happy Peter and everyone. He's saying Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Just shooting some B-roll for my next review. Condor's Blue R5 Cage. Cool. Kippy is my favorite kip in the whole wide world. He's got a channel, which means he's just let out a little secret. He is running a video that's going to come out that's going to be showing the Condor Blue R5 cage for the Canon R5 camera. So if you're interested, where do you see it? See the green area? It says Kippy's channel. I'm going to lose the green when we go to the Randall Tower. Okay. So you're going to actually go and find Kippy's channel, and you will find when he puts that video up, so you can see the cage for the R5. So if you want a cage, or you're thinking of a cage for an R5, there's the man. He's doing a video review just for you. How you doing, Kip? What time is it? It's 12:49. I was going to be out of here at 12. Okay, so 1 o'clock. It's almost 1 o'clock there in Malaysia. He taught me how to tell time. 12 hours ahead. How hard could that be? So I don't think I'm going to do the Randy Tower tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll surprise you guys. I'll just come up and log live. And whoever comes in, you'll know what I'm doing. So you'll see me fiddling around. Make sure you make comments, lots of comments if you see it. But I won't be interacting with you. I will be trying to figure out how to get that thing to operate. So here's Sly, and she says, Leo, wake up, Leo. Leo, wake up. She said it's the 32M and 50W. Can you remember that, Leo, tomorrow? Well, after this show is processed, the chat will be back, so you can come back, or just write that down real quick. So Leo says thank you to Sly. Sly says, I got a 3-quart Instant Pot for Christmas. Can you make a steak in it? Yeah. I don't think I would. I don't think you're going to get the steak, the taste that you're looking for, because you're going to basically steam it. Do you like steamed meat? So I don't think I would do that. I would do it. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm talking to you at your picture, but I should look at the camera. I would do it, but I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed, okay? So I would make the rice. I'd make the string beans, fresh frozen string beans, 13 minutes. Only put like an inch of water. I have like a little thing that goes on the trivet type of a thing. If you put the steak in there, you can use it like a stovetop, because it'll saute and just cook it in there. But once you brought the steak up to 212 degrees, which is where the Instant Pot is going to start steaming, your steak is tough as nails. So that's why I don't suggest you put the steak in there. Now, to reverse it, I make like a lamb roast that large, that big. Okay, it's like $35, $45. And I put it in the Instant Pot. I take like, you get those bottles of the minced garlic. I buy the medium-sized bottle, and I pour the whole bottle into the blender, and I put in some olive oil, some oregano, some salt and pepper, and I blend it into a paste, and then I slather that lamb, and I put it in for 90 minutes. and it's the best lamb you're ever going to taste. The only thing I do suggest is before you put the lamb into the Instant Pot, I'm going to make a joke, but just look past the joke. Make sure it's dead and stab it a lot. All right, so get a knife and stab and turn. Stab and turn. You want that paste to go down into the holes, okay? 90 minutes on a lamb roast, okay? Now, here's my question. What would happen if I did that with a steak? I have never tried that. So the reason for the 90 minutes is it breaks down that lamb where it is so tender that I could turn the bone and pull it right out. All right? And all that garlic flavor gets steamed into the lamb. So I've never tried the high time stuff on a steak. On a steak, it's like, what, 3 or 4 minutes on the stove each side and you're done, you know? So putting it in for like an hour, it better be a steak you're willing to throw away. Now, I don't think you should do that, Sly, now that I'm thinking about it. I'll do it here and tell you what happened. Joey said, this channel went a long time without mods, and it is a big testament to the PeterGregg community. Yes, I didn't even think of mods. I just watched Lewis get bombed, and I'm going, oh my God, if it happened to me like right now, I don't know where to go look. Okay, so I went in and I tried to add mods, and you can't do it while you're live. So I went to one of my old ones, and whoever was there at the end, I just bam, 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 I modded everybody that was in that one section. So I didn't pick people like, you're my favorite person, I'm going to mod you. And I really like you a lot, I'm going to mod you. I don't like you so much, I'm going to skip. No, it didn't happen like that. I just scattershot. Rapid fire, what's that called? I just modded a whole bunch of people, and whoever it is, it doesn't mean anything because I don't even see the wrench on my, here's what I see. Let me show you what I see. Let me turn on the live demo. Okay, don't ask me this again. All right, so now you're seeing my whole board. Now you see, Joey, where you are over here? I don't know if you wound up being a mod or not. I don't know who's the mods. See, there's no wrench here next to the name like Sly, Rob, Raymond, okay? But where you're looking, you can see those. I can't go there while I'm live unless I open the browser and log in, but that's going to clobber the processor for this computer. It's going to overwhelm. Oh, you want to go into Chrome now too? Oh, you want to go into your live stream there and your live stream on Ecamm? Okay, I'm going to show you some serious stuttering because my processor isn't big enough to handle that. I'm a little baby boy processor. Okay, so that's how the mods came. So this is what I see. And the way it works is Ecamm just gets the stream and slaps it up there. So even if you put something up and retract it, I never get to see that it's retracted. You will see it if you're watching that little area on the right side of the window. Okay, so let me turn this off. So actually I did get somebody that came in, but I talked them down, and Shane was standing there ready to act. I don't know if he acted or if he didn't, but I said, you know, some nice things to the person, and they never got into the foul stuff. But then I found out later that Shane, who is from In the Blues, you know, he's got like 200,000 subscribers. Well, not that many, but he was standing by because he showed me how to turn on mods, and this was like maybe in March or April, so I modded him. He's teaching me right there on the phone, okay? He's down in Australia. So he was the only mod for a while. And then I added, who did I add? I can't remember. The guy with the fire truck? Yes, it was the, and now I can't think of his name. The guy with the fire truck. And then when I saw what happened to Lewis, I said, no, no, no. So how many mods we got in there? 2, 10, 12? That's how it happened. I just want to make sure nobody gets their feelings hurt, like, why didn't you mod me? Nobody loves me. I just modded like the last 8, 10, 12 people in when that happened, which is what, like a month ago now, right, Lewis? or maybe 3 weeks ago. So, Peter, onion and EVO, then garlic, then chicken stock, ham stock, or ham hock, okay, a ham chunk. Add a bean, salt, hit them with pressure, beat, you will have every time. Okay, so is this for the paste, or is this for the, what I'm using in the sous vide? Because that would work either way, honestly. Okay, so tell me what that's for. Rob says, yes, Ecamm is a hike for sure. I believe Ecamm kept it low to begin with to lure people in with the intention to hike the price later once you are hooked. Seen it many times. I agree with that, Rob, except it's not in relation to all the other ones. It's $60 a year for broadcaster, XSplit broadcaster. OBS is free. vMix is $700, but it's a one-time charge. You buy it, it's yours. Okay? And there was another one. I forgot who it is. And they were in the $200 and under price. So going from $240 to $400. Okay, so if I have to defend them, here's how I would defend them. We've added a whole new module, which is a broadcast where they interview people, okay? And we include that with your Ecamm, all right? So what happens is I would send you a link, Rob, and you would have to open it up in Chrome, and whatever camera you have connected there, I would be able to put another window with you next to it. If you want to see that in action, look at Aaron Short. Aaron Short does that all the time. He does a very extensive use of the broadcast model in Ecamm, but I don't. Okay, so to go to $400 is too much for me. I have nothing against and those guys took good care of me. Okay, and this is every year. So after 4 or 5 years, that's like $2,000. That's pretty heavy. I lost my place. Oh, it was Rob. It's still up on the screen. Hi, Rob. There you are. Raymond says, wait, what? This channel has mods now? Do you have a wrench next to your name? If you do, you're one of the mods. This comment has been removed by the AIC. Oh, I'm sorry, I was dyslexic. CIA. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. It does. Oh, then you're a mod. So if somebody comes in a cussing, bam! Remember, there's kids watching. There's like Sly is watching. Not that she hasn't seen this before. Okay, you're watching. You're a younger guy. I just want this to be clear. This is a Christmas room. You don't get up in the Christmas room. Well, what the F? Where's my presents? I didn't get enough effing presents. That doesn't happen in a Christmas morning. And this room is a Christmas room. So Joey says, if I'm shooting at 35 millimeter on a kit lens, will a native prime 35 look the same frame I use? It's a lens for full frame. If you put it on your 6100, okay, any lens that you put on your 6100 will be the next size up. So a 24 millimeter, you can do the math if you want the exact numbers. So a 24 millimeter will act probably like a 35. A 35 millimeter will act probably like a 50. It's probably more like a 48 millimeter. Okay, that's how I get a quick understanding of what that lens will look on a crop censored camera. Okay, so that's the rule that I use. So the 35 will probably, a 35 millimeter lens will act and frame itself as if it was a 50 millimeter lens. Okay, the bokeh will still be the same. The lens, the glass doesn't change. However, the crop will be different. So because you physically move to fix that crop, then your blurred background changes because you're moving. So if I used a micro four thirds right here, and I don't move my 2 little feet, If I use a micro four thirds, if I use an APS-C, which is a 1.5 crop, or if I use a full frame and I haven't moved, the bokeh on all of those lenses will remain the same. So if I have a 35mm lens on each of those cameras, the background blur will not change. However, what you're seeing will change. So your first inclination is to move. Boom, this way, or boom, this way. As soon as you move, okay, you've changed the background blur ratio. Okay, and that's why they go like, oh, it looks like this on that camera, so on and so forth. Wanted to make sure we're on. I don't think that was the best explanation, but that was close. Sly says, thank you, Peter. You saved me from ruining a good steak. I've been using an air fryer and the steak comes out perfect. Good. Stick to the air fryer. That's what you want to do. Absolutely, positively. MDM. Peter, you should listen to the song called Sway by Dean Martin. I think you will like it. I will check that out. I would be surprised if I don't recognize it when I hear it, but maybe not know the name, because many times I'll sing a song for ages and I'll go, I never knew the name of that. Okay, but I'll check it, especially coming from you, Mark. I'm on it like salt on a steak. That recipe is for beans of any kind. Okay, I will use that. I do have a quick question. When you say the ham hock, how do I buy that? What do I look for in the grocery? Is it actually called that? Or is that like code for something? Because I don't buy a lot of ham. I buy bacon, the maple cured bacon. That I buy. And I buy the ballpark hot dogs. I think it's silly that Ecamm charges more for 4K streaming. Well, they did that the first time around. So it was like $100 and something. And if you wanted 4K, it was like $240. But you had a choice. And my choice was I want 4K. So now they added the broadcaster, but I don't have a choice. And I have to go to $400. And that's going to be for something, if I use it heavily, then it would probably be worth it. Okay, let's say we all got into broadcasting here, and I'm talking to Rob and you're on the right side of my screen. Then I'm talking to Norm and he's on the right side of my screen. And you get visual and audio, and it comes in at your camera's quality level. Look at Aaron Short. Look how good his interviews are, because what Ecamm does is if I go over here right now, there's a little icon and it allows me to send out a link to you right now, Rob. And that link will come to you, and you have to open it in Chrome. Only Chrome. All right? Now, once you open it in Chrome, you will get a window, and you will have to pick your camera. So you would have to look through your cameras and have to be something you got plugged into your computer. Okay? Obviously, you can't just pick a camera that's not there. And then you actually would start broadcasting it at the quality level of your camera. So where is it deficient? Where it's deficient is it doesn't let me actually connect to another guy that's using Ecamm, which he would have maybe 2 or 3 cameras available. So I have to use one single camera, and then I did that with Aaron. So I logged in, and he had to fine-tune my camera all over again in New York, because that's where he is. But I've already fine-tuned it here. See my colors? See my beautiful face? Okay. It's all fine-tuned, or tuned in is a better word, and I can still tune it in, and I can tune each camera separately, and that's one of the beauties of Ecamm. Can I do all that on the Randall Tower? Yes. I can do everything on the Randall Tower except that can't be done. Okay? The only place that I have found where that can be done is here. It's on Streamlabs, but only at 720p, not 1080 and not 4K, and on vMix. And vMix has a problem with their audio. I don't know what it is. I just gave it a little attention to try to fix it, but I never got it so as to sound as good as the audio is here. Rob says, what happened, people? No one's going to match me on the Ecamm challenge or just match me in general? Think of the joy Peter brings us each week. He's trying to get you to contribute $25, guys. But you know something, Rob? Somebody might have given something and I just don't know it. Because remember, I don't have super chats. So let's go over to my my mail. And let's go over to PayPal. And oh, Randy wrote me. Okay. Notification of donation received. $25 from Robert. So that's Rob. Okay. And I also got an order for the white balance too. Surprise! There, and the order for the white balance is from a guy, Satanieder in Germany. I don't know how to pronounce that name properly. Satinder. Satinder. Let's go with that. Okay, in Germany. So he bought one of the white balance. So I have to get that out on Monday morning. And Rob has put in a $25 donation. Thank you, Rob. If you want the money back, just let me know. I don't want you to put money in and nobody else gives. And then you go like, well, I wish I didn't give it. I'm not going to put you in that condition. I love you, Rob. I wouldn't do that. So if you want that back, let me know. No hard feelings, not even an inch. Thank you for putting the money in. Okay, so that's Rob. And then Leo says, my A7S III. I think I have an A7S III, if I'm not mistaken. There you are. I have one. Wants the MacBook Pro M1. The MacBook would like to have a 32-inch screen. What comes next? Well, it would be your audio. That's what comes next. So you would spend money on your audio. And then the next thing is, if you're going to do live streaming, then you're going to need software for that. And if you're going to do video, you're going to need something like Final Cut Pro. If you're going to do pictures, you're going to need your software of choice to actually deal with the pictures. And if you have any of that already on hand, you saved yourself some money. Okay, so Rob is telling me that the ham looks like a smoked ham hock. It will be in the freezer. I would have never thought to look in the freezer, Rob. Golly gee whiz, Batman, I'm so glad you said that. At your grocery store, Publix, that's the name of our big one here, and it's the one I use. Adds a nice smoky flavor to the beans. And I would like that. Thank you. I will look, and I would have looked over where the pork is, and I would have found ground pork. I would have found pork chops, and I'm going where do I get a pork hock? Is that what you called it? And I would not find it, and I'm going like, well, maybe it's a different name or something. So you hit the nail on the head. Thank you, Rob. You saved the day. So Rob says, no returns, brother. Buy some M&Ms for fun or something. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oversized balls fund. Yes, I need bigger balls, guys. I need bigger balls. All right, joke's over. I may have said that as a joke, okay? So what the point is, now that Christmas is over, it's only the large ornaments that can be seen, okay? All the little ones, it's got like quite a few little ornaments in here. There's one over there, there's one over there, there's one over there. Unless I get the 5-6 inch ones, okay? Here's a big one. See, you can see that, right? That ornament right there, an ornament right here. So I've made that big balls joke before. That's what Rob is picking up on. And he's going, how about a fund to add the money to, because Rob has donated $25. Okay, so he said, buy some big ornaments because you've been complaining about it. So let's see what we got. Oh, look, my buddy, Michael, He's up in the North England, New England, northeastern part of the United States. Peter, I got a new toy. Oh my God, Michael, what did you get? Tell me what you got. I know you got the R5. So, wait, I'm guessing you got a computer. I would guess you got a computer. Yep, that's what I'm guessing. And which one? I'm thinking you got the 2020 iMac i9 with the big graphics card, the 16 gigabyte graphics card. And you got it with the, 10 cores. $3,400 basically. I got Michael. Michael is like my own kid, or like my own little brother. I mean, Michael is what are you, 35, 40 years old, Michael? And I got a hold of him when he was 19, just getting into the wedding business. And he excelled so much, he got into the wedding business and he got right out of the wedding business. And he got into very specialty photography. And this guy makes close to $1 million a year doing photography, okay? All right, maybe not quite $1 million a year, all right? But now, because of the COVID, of course, the stuff that he's actually shooting is not actually happening because of the social distancing. But he is like an ultra popular photographer in Massachusetts area and in the West Palm Beach area. So I met him when he was 19 years old, and we just became like brothers. And we'll talk for like 10 hours all night long, okay? It's like he doesn't like calling me anymore because it's hard to get off the phone. So we're up to like 4 or 5 in the morning. But top of the line photographer. And no, don't look him up. He's not an our type. So I handle, or I help, I should say, Michael with his technology stuff. And it's as simple as, what camera should I buy, Peter? Okay. And that's it. So Michael, don't you dare drop a bomb like that and just take off. Come on, dude, tell me what you bought. Everybody in the room wants to know. Let's see how many people we got in here. We got 22 people in here. We almost got, the classroom is almost full. Okay. So tell me what you got. Rob says, I missed Michael's message above mine. I got him. I nailed him, don't worry. So now I'm waiting, because it takes 45 seconds or longer to respond. But now I did get to the bottom of the list. I'm going to call you, Mike. So just be prepared. I want to know what you bought. Apparently, he doesn't want to tell everybody. So, and I'm not going to push him. But, here we go. Here we go. Very close, Peter. I got the new iPad Pro, the 12.9, so I can connect it to the R5 while shooting. Works amazing. But my favorite part is the extra keyboard I got for the iPad. You know, I saw that, Michael, and it almouse makes it like a little laptop computer, right? Actually, and sometimes better, because you get the keyboard, you connect it to the bottom. It's got the mouse pad built in, which you might like that. I don't. I would like the separate mouse like I got here. But you basically bought yourself a high-end laptop. That's what that 12.9, it's got that new chip in there, which is like super powerful. So I was even thinking of upgrading my iPad. That's where your money's going to go, Rob. Okay? Your money's going to go through. I'm going to buy the iPad, the lowest bottom of the line iPad. It's what, $369 or something like that? Because when I go over to Randy's computer, I could log in on the iPad so I could read the comments. So, Rob, that's where your money's going to go. Is that okay with you? Okay, so if anybody else wants to donate towards that iPad, now you got a reason, okay? Use the donation button underneath in the bottom. Okay, so let's see what Michael says. It takes the place of my old laptop, and now I have a touchscreen. It's great. Yes, my brother has that one, and it got me jealous, and that's why I wanted to go for that, but the price is too high for me. But the little one, for $369 or whatever the entry one, mine is like a 9-inch, and I think that one is now a 10-inch. and it's got that new, whatever you got in yours. It's got the, is it like an A1 processor or something like that? But yeah, you could be sitting at the kitchen table, and you could have Final Cut Pro built in there. You can have Lightroom installed in there, and it will work like a powerful computer. It's amazing. So you got the right one. You got the right one. Knowing you, I figured you went to the top, okay? But this is the top of the portables. So you've got something really, really, really cool. And it can be with you no matter if you come down to West Palm or anywhere else that you might go. And you've got like a high-end powerful computer. Thumbs up. Michael, thumbs up to you, buddy. I love you. He's like my own little brother. So I am happy when you get some good stuff. All right, guys. I have 21 people in here, and I don't know what to do with you guys. I'm going to leave. The show is over. And if you haven't seen the show, I went every place in this show that I should not have gone. I talked about religion. That's a no-no. I talked about politics a little bit. That's a no-no. I know better than to do that. I talked about introduction to wedding photography. Okay, that was good. Let's see what the temperature is on this computer. We're running 58 degrees centigrade, so it's 60. 60. Do I hear 61? Nope, it went back down to 54. So we're still running cool. It just looks to me like it's stuttering a little bit. So let's change camera. Let's wake this thing up. Let's change cameras. All right. The stuttering stopped. Michael says, I'm watching tons of YouTube with it. Yep. I watch so much YouTube now because the television's got absolute... I went past puberty and I'm right into poverty. My voice is changing. So, yeah, I got into YouTube. Very into car review channels all of a sudden. And PeterGregg Live, of course. All right, are you looking at the electric cars? There's a guy that's got a Polestar 2, which is made by Volvo, which is a cool car, but it's not for you. Okay. And he's got, he bought one of those cars. So every video that he does is about that Polestar 2 electric car. Okay. Then there is I1, the number 1 Tesla. All right. And he lives with like a number of Teslas. Then you got Engineering Explained. He's a young guy. He's younger than you. And he bought a Tesla, and he's got a Mach-E Mustang electric car right now. So I'm into the electrics. So we're going to have to talk on the phone so I find out what cars you're looking at. I'm sure they're ICE cars. ICE, for you guys that don't know what that means, is the initials for internal combustion engines, ICE. So if you buy like a new car and it's got like a gasoline engine, it's called an ICE car. So if you hear somebody mention that, you'll know what they're talking about, because it took me a while to figure out what it is. And here's Scotty. What are we supposed to do now, Peter? I know, Peter. Well, I need to call you. I need to talk something over with you, something really interesting to do with the camera, possibly start a whole new channel on a different direction. So I want to talk that over with you. Anybody else has anything to say? If not, we're going to say, hey, take it away. We're going to Dreamland. I know Randy already has signed off. He's in Arizona visiting his mom. And Rob has given me a donation towards the new iMac, which is going to be, not the iMac, the iPad, which is going to be used with the Randall Tower so that I could see the chats. See how you guys can see the chats on the side? I don't see that on the Randall Tower. I could see it here. Let me show you. Okay, so this is my back room. Now you're seeing everything I see. So you could see who I was talking to. Rob, I was talking to Michael, I was talking to Scott, I was talking to Scott. You could see my my instrumentation at the bottom. The overlays are on the first panel on the left. The sound effects, like if I do something wonderful, Thank you. Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you so much. And then over to the right, this is where I pick the cameras. I switch the camera, and hello, there you are. And that's where I go. So this on the right, where I see the chats, doesn't happen for me on the Randall Tower. Got nothing to do with Randy. Okay, it's just the software. I actually have to log in and view that separately. So I'm going to get an updated iPad because my iPad is old and it won't connect. Okay, so the good thing with that, let me turn this off. So there you go, back to full screen. So I'll actually be able to take the iPad in my hand and come over here and sit down and actually read the chats to you. It won't get popped up, which is kind of like a nice thing because it makes you feel nice when you see your comment up there on the screen, doesn't it? Makes you feel special. So, you know, that gets lost. Or I pay $400 this year, and then $400 next year, and then $400 next year in order to put that up. So that is being processed in my mind at the time. I wish I had like another half a year on this subscription, because if I did, then I wouldn't have to worry about it so much. But I'm pretty sure my subscription runs out in February. Now, on the positive side of things, I've gotten like $7 for every time you guys click on it, on the eCam connection down, and you buy. I must have gotten maybe 8 or 10 people that have bought it through my affiliate link down underneath. So underneath the videos, you'll see I got affiliate links, okay? So if you click on those, I know you're not buying eCam, so don't go running down there, okay? But they give me an affiliate link when people buy it. So, oh wait, Sly said something. Sly says, I love you guys, I'm going to eat dinner now. Okay, I hope your steak comes out good. Scotty said, oh, there, your avatar came back up, Scott. Did you see it like there when I was putting your messages up, Scott? I'm going back to see where you wrote. No, that doesn't show up here except your very last message. All of a sudden, it shows your avatar. Wow. That's pretty weird. Mark says, I have been busy scripting many videos over the holiday period, so there will be lots coming out on my channel soon. Scripting gets important when talking about specifications. So when you have stuff coming out, Mark, you're a friend. You've been here for so long with me. Let me know so I can push it. You can't put... Oh, I have a question. Question. Pay attention. If you have a wrench next to your name, that means you're a mod. I went through that before, okay? So if only if you're a mod, I want you to type in a link and post it. Put www.PeterGregg.com, okay? Gregg is with 2 G's at the end. Because I heard that mods can put a link in there because I've already approved you. Okay, so I want to find out if that's true, because then I can get you guys to help when I say, let's have a link to something, okay? And I can't get over there to find it or do it while I'm talking. I can ask one of you guys to put a link up to a certain site, like put a link up to Mark's channel or something like that. And that means you guys can do that, okay? Ah, look, Scotty put it. Now, can you guys click on that? No, it's not clickable. I'm trying to click. Well, I'm not on. So tell me if you can click on it. This doesn't give me a clickable. Remember, I'm inside of eCam. Okay, so I see, Scott, you put up PeterGregg.com. All right, now, Scott, try, or Randy or anybody, try https :// oh, you can? You can, okay. So you can click on that and it'll take you there, Randy or Scott? Anybody? So that means you guys are able to put links. So I have the links turned off because people can come in and put a link to anywhere, and I can't send kids to someplace I don't want. Oh, it's not clickable for you. All right, somebody try putting in the link that's a mod that do the full thing. Go to PeterGregg.com, click in the link, copy it, and then paste it in there. Then you'll have https //// blah, blah, blah. Okay. I know I can do it. So if I actually put my own link, https // I don't remember if I have to put the www in there. So let's go www.petergregg.com. All right, mine comes up. Now see if mine is, if you guys can click on it. I cannot click on it. So you could put a link there and a person can copy it and paste it, I guess. So somebody tell me if you can actually click on the link that I put up there. It does work. Okay, so somebody else try. Copy my link and put it in. Randy, Scott, whoever's got a wrench. And this way I know to tell people, click on the link. Randy just put it there for you. Click on the link. Scotty just put it there for you. Okay, so I want to know if one of you guys can do what I just did. Or is it just me? That work, Randall? Good. Okay. Randy's works. Okay, so that's the format that has to be. So in order to do that, what you can do is go to the Chrome or Safari and click on the link, click on the link, copy it, and paste it in. All right, so you guys taught me something. This is for you. This applause is for you. You guys taught me something. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I could do this. I could say, Randy, put up the link here. You guys, this is to Mark Faust's site on YouTube, and you can go over there. Okay, and then he said it works. So that's going to be a positive thing that I can use. So Scotty says yes. Rob, any click on Peter's link and click on Randy's link. Good. Okay. So use your mods. Yep. Now I can ask you guys to put a link up. Peter, wine is gone, Peter. My website is finished. I will send a link to you soon. Oh, mine is gone, Peter. Your wine is gone, huh, Mark? You finished the wine finally? Now I got to send you a new bottle of wine. What am I going to do? Mine is gone, Peter. My website is finished. What happened to it, Mark? You need help? If you need a helping hand, let me know. I'm not the smartest cookie on the block. I'm not the best French fry in the Happy Meal, but I'm willing to help. Sly says, Randy's links works, but yours doesn't, Peter. that should do it. Well, that's fine, because it's you guys that I want to put the links in for me. Okay? So if Randy's links work, look and see what Randy puts up there and copy him. Okay? Let me see what he put there. HTTPS and it's possible there's too many T's in mine. I think I might put HTTPS. So Randy's got the right convention, the right script. Okay, so to shorten that, find the link, the URL, copy it, and paste it in. So somebody find Mark Faust's YouTube link. Go open a new thing. Go to YouTube. Put in Mark Faust. Look for that gorgeous face right there. Look at this gorgeous face. Okay, there's got to be one of you guys that actually has that wrench. Okay, go to his page, and then all the way up at the top, copy that URL and paste it in. Randy, I think you probably can do that the fastest. All right, and then I could say, you guys want to see Mark's YouTube channel? There it is. Voila. All right, so somebody try that. Find, don't rush, don't get upset. I'm not going to jump offline yet. Okay. So we're going to go, somebody's going to open a new tab, go to youtube.com, look up in the search area for Mark Faust, F-A-U-S-T, 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 okay, and then find his handsome face. This should be the same avatar. Click on it. And then when you do click on it, now at the very top, you'll have the address to his YouTube page. So copy that. Just click on it, right click and say copy. Okay? And then come in here and paste it in. And you guys should have Mark's, the link to Mark's YouTube channel. There we go. All right, so while we're working on that, I know this is a tough one. Okay, so while we're working on that, I'm going to have some water. Oh, this was a very productive night compared to what I normally do. Randy, Scott, anybody that's got a wrench, go and find Mark Faust on YouTube. I don't want his website. Nothing against your website, Mark. And when you find it, click on it, and it'll take you to either one of his videos or it'll take you to his homepage. And then you can copy that link. I just spilled water on me. Ah. Sly's gonna get mad. Let's see if I can do it. Since it's not happening, let me go to Safari. And on Safari, I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to subscriptions. Now I'm going to put MarkFaust. And there he comes right up at the top. Mark Faust with that beautiful, handsome picture. Okay, now I'm going to go at the top, click in the URL, say copy. And now I'm going to paste it in. Okay, so there's the link to Mark Faust, his page. Now, I did copy it, so I should not have screwed that up. That means anybody in the room should be able to click on that now and go directly to Mark's YouTube channel. Okay? He's got a nice, pretty girl with a bikini there. What are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Flight 101. Okay, so that's why I usually stay behind the camera. Oh, Randy got it, but Randy's is oh, Randy, you copied the inquiry. You made it all the way, but you didn't click on Mark's page in YouTube. So basically, you have, see, that's the water I just spilled on me. Okay, that's not blood coming through. I didn't get stabbed. We're just working with your thing, Mark. So just anybody is now able to go to your site, obviously. Okay, so Randy, do that. Well, first of all, can you guys click on my link or Randy's link? Okay, either one. Not Ahmad. If you're, I need you. I don't know who's not Ahmad. I can't see. I can't see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Mr. Camera Junkie goes all the way to the end like now, so he's probably Ahmad. So I don't know who is not Ahmad. Mark, you're not Ahmad. I don't think you're Ahmad. You usually don't come in right at the end, because that's how I picked it. So click on one of those links, Mark, and see if you go. If it'll take you there. If it does, I have learned what I've been wanting to learn for a while now. I was going to do this incognito, so that this way, because it knows that it's me. YouTube knows that it's me trying to do this. So that's what we got going. I'm a fashion photographer, by the way. Oh, is that why that girl had clothes on? Thank God you're a fashion photographer. Otherwise, she wouldn't have had any clothes. Oh, there we go. All righty. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I told you I wasn't, but I am. Okay, so I'm going to log off. okay? And give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I have to go potty. And I'm going to change all these cameras and move them over to the Randall Tower. Then I'm going to sign back on. And that video is not going to stay, just so you know. This is where we're going to do what we just did with the thing for the links, where I learned how to get you guys to put in a link. All right, so, oh, Mark says it works. Good. All right, and Sly says it works. All right. So this is going to be the end of the show. But in 10-15 minutes, I'm going to come back up live for everybody. And I'm going to work with the Randall Tower. And it'll be me working, okay? You guys can talk to each other. Mark can talk to Randy. Sly can talk to whoever wants to talk to each other. Make a lot of little whatchamacallits there, okay, chats. And I'm going to try to see if I can get the chat up on the window. Now, just so you know, if I can't get it to work, the new iPad that I'm going to be saving up for, I will be able to read it on that. So it's not like a hard-walled dead end. But I would like it to come up on the window screen. All right, and with that, we've got a good night coming. Yeah. Sly's going to eat. I don't know. Rob didn't tell me what he's going to do. And I'm going to say good night. So I'll see you in about 15 minutes. But that video, the one that's going to come up, will be deleted. Now, for you guys, that there's still 17 people in here. If there was something interesting in here, the chat won't be available again for about 24 hours. Just an FYI. But then you'll be able to go find your own name, where you commented, and all that kind of stuff. If you want to get mad at me and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure I'm going to get more thumbs down, because when you talk about religion, people get pissed off, and I try not to talk about it, but oops, I slipped. All right, so if you want to find any of that, the chat will be back. I'd say it takes 24 hours or more for YouTube to get all their act together. Randy says good night, or good night. See you later, alligator. But Randy, you've been waiting for on some of my videos for the chats to come back, right? And it takes what, 24 hours? One time it took 3 days. So it just is what it is. I have no choice in the matter. All right, those of you that's going to come and chat back and forth in about 15 minutes, I'll see you in 15. It'll be just a fun session, and that's it. So we almost got 4 hours tonight. That's not bad. That's not bad. I was wondering where everybody went. There you are. There you are. All right. Love you guys. Everybody that's watching this as a show, thank you. And I will catch you next time. Rob, thank you for the $25, buddy. I appreciate it. And let me do a quick double check. If anybody else put any money in, there's got to be a thank you. I just can't do it without the thank yous. YouTube. Yep, there's another one. And it's, it says, please keep private. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I respect your wishes. And that could happen too. Sometimes a person wants it to be kept private. Not a problem, but thank you. Thank you for the money. All right, good night, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.